Do you like to listen to talk about Xbox? Well, have I got a show for you? A show with an amazing crew. The Xbox Ultimate Podcast. It's the Ultimate Xbox Podcast. Are you ready? I don't think so. Let's go. Xbox has Halo, Fable, Starfield, Avowed, Perfect Dark, Sea of Thieves, Gears, and Redfall, Elder Scrolls, Contraband, License, Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon, Stalker 2, Scorn, Hellblade, Doom, Mac, Quake, Indiana Jones and Replacement, Grounded, Fallout, and Hellblade, and too many to name. I don't know what all they got because they got too many and it's amazing. Oh my gosh, Xbox Game Pass, holy Nike.
Hello! Hi, everybody. What is up? This is Xbox Ultimate Podcast, and this is a new year, 2022, and with that, we have a new look right now. You saw that new stupid intro that we did here as well. That was fun, but hey, everybody, look.
That was you.
Yeah, she doesn't want to take credit for that one. We have a full panel today. As I was told, the Amazing 8 sucks, and it is the Great 8. So, hey, everybody, we're here. We're live, bringing you a new year of Xbox talk. So, hey, looking forward to this today. And as always, first in my heart, my lovely wife, Caitlin. What's up, baby?
Not much. This feels so weird. I feel like it's been forever, and it kind of has been.
Since we had everybody together, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually grown, like, now we're at 8. Last time we were all together was 7 of us, right? So now, like, the family keeps expanding.
I think that was in October.
October? Really?
I really do. I'm trying to think back on the last time that we were all together, and
I think it was in October. Right.
Oh, yeah, because I wore my Squid Game thing.
I wasn't there for that one.
Oh, what the heck? So
yeah,
it was before Halloween.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's a long time. Where you had your job that was kicking your ass, and then you got when you finally escaped that, you got sick for like a month. Yeah. So it's good to see you back, dude. Lady had a lot of stuff going on as well, so it's amazing to have everybody here. It's gonna be a blast. Next up, the extraordinary AssassinLupa. How are you?
It's Friday. It's 2 a.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. It's Xbox Ultimate. Let's get it on.
Heck yeah. Let's go. And the always fun Lady AF.
Always fun. Never boring.
Good time.
Yeah.
How's it going, lady?
It's going well. I'm excited to be back. Hopefully I know what we're talking about when it comes to the topics. I did not look at what we were supposed to be talking about, and I've been like not paying attention to Twitter. So,
hey, well, there's some pretty big stuff. Like if you've been living under a rock, you'll be surprised by the stuff that we're gonna be talking about then, because it's some pretty good stuff. But
I'm like a Halo size rock.
Yeah, hey,
I'm doing it on my spare time.
Have you been playing a lot of Halo still?
I mean, yes and no. Like when I am playing, I'm either playing Halo or I'm playing Disco Elysium, and I am playing Valheim right now as well. So it's
Disco Elysium.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That hit Game Pass.
I picked that up on sale.
No, it's on Xbox. It's not on Game Pass, but
it was on sale.
It was just on sale.
Nice.
How much? What's the sale? How much is
I got it for 20.
Okay.
I have no clue. It was bought for me. So
how you guys pull this off? I don't know.
Feed pics.
Shoulders.
And then we have the encyclopedia of gaming dating back to the very first game ever created, the one and only Pong Soul. What's up, Pong?
Brother, it is 2022. Great 8 is here. and I love to see my family back here again. It's so good to have everyone here. Missed you all. You know that. Each and every week, it seemed like we were shouting somebody else out who was missing and who we we're loving. So good to have everybody here. This is the way to start off 2022. Like we talked about last night, Mav. Game industry is alive and well. We got a lot to talk about. Chat, you guys are all looking amazing. Looks like you're all ready to rock and roll. I am ready to rock and roll. So let's go. Let's get down to business.
Heck yeah, man. A mellow fellow from outer space, the one and only Psychonauts. What's up, dude?
Yo, what's up, man? Doing good.
Yo,
Been
yo.
chilling here and
So fucking cool.
Yo,
Psycho.
yo.
Yo.
Yo, what's up?
I'm good.
Cooler.
West Side. Let's go.
Yo.
He's
Yo,
the ass cool
I'm ready.
dude.
Yeah.
You can hear the excitement in my voice. Let's do it.
Let's go. We're back. Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
and then the amazingly talented creator person extraordinaire, 3-Bit, who is finally somewhat healthy enough to sit in the chair and be on a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
3-Bit, what's up, man?
Hey everyone. Good to see you all. I'm here on Florida.
Hi.
Hi.
You're chilling on the
My
beach.
name's 3-Bit.
I think I'm in Hawaii. This
You're in
looks like
Hawaii now.
Hi, my
Okay.
name is
Yeah.
3-Bit.
I like
I
your-
forgot how to podcast.
Hi. I forgot a podcast. No. Good to be back. Missed you all. I haven't podcasted in quite some time. And I'm
We can't
probably gonna
tell.
be in the same boat as Lady with a lot of the news. I've been sort of
Yeah.
keeping track of some of the news stuff, but yeah, it's gonna be a good show. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, you too, man. And then we also have Jasper the Realist, our newest panel member for Xbox Ultimate. Has been part of the family for a while now, so they had to make
AKA
it official.
Debbie Downer.
Or
Debbie Downer,
new, aka Lore Master.
Debbie Downer.
Lore Master.
he did just apply at Bioware to be a lore master, I think. Is that right? Or is it
No.
Bethesda?
Dynamax.
Zenimax?
ZeniMax.
ZeniMax.
ZeniMax Online.
What the
Cinemax?
fuck is a lore master?
That's what we were making
Look
fun
at
of
what
it.
Jasper is. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all that you need to know.
Sounds like some nerd shit.
Well, this would be a
Lore
nerd shit
master.
show. So
This is a nerd
That is
shit
true.
show. We
Yes.
we do talk about video
A
games
nerd
here.
shit show or a nerd shit show?
either way, it works.
Yeah, that's
Just that's true.
We shitting already?
Oh,
What
geez.
Yeah,
about
we're
you,
shitting all
Mav?
over
Who are
Jasper's
you?
intro here.
Who am I? I'm Mav. Hi, everybody. We're gonna have a podcast today. We had we kind of knocked the rust off a little bit last night. Me and Pong, we
Yeah.
kind of we got into some deep diving on some of these topics. But before we get started, I want to say, hey, chat, you guys are freaking awesome. Thank you all for being here already. I see lots of amazing people. And Wandering Dutch, thank you for becoming a speculator again. I see you re-upped on that. So appreciate you, sir. As well as Army Veteran, I saw before we went live, you did as well. So all the channel members, you see your names scrolling below. And also everybody else in the chat. Appreciate everybody. Make sure to hit that like button. Share it out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. All right. So now getting on to business at hand. This was actually a big week. There's been no news for like 3 weeks or so. And then all of a sudden they hit us with a lot at once. Okay. Me and Pong were talking about this yesterday. So I'm curious what a lot of y'all's thoughts are on this. Ubisoft Plus is coming to Xbox. Now, in and of itself, that seems simple. Just put Ubisoft Plus on Xbox, and then you have the option to pay for it and subscribe to that, and you get to play Ubisoft games day one if you choose to do that. However, I want to know from you guys, what would you be willing to pay? Because you're not going to give up your Game Pass Ultimate subscription just for Ubisoft Plus. I couldn't imagine anybody doing that, right? So if you combine the both, it's, you got $14.99 for Game Pass Ultimate. Right now, what was it, Jasper? Is it $16.99 for
$17.99 for the premium one and $14.99 for the cheap one.
$14.99 for the regular one? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's $30 if you want to bundle both. Do we think there's going to be a discount involved in order to make it more feasible for people to get both services? That's what I want to know. Like, because I don't foresee how this is going to work. Babe, would you let me subscribe to a service that's just Ubisoft games for $15 a month?
I mean, I don't know. I don't care.
Put out like 2 games a year. Though.
Yeah, that's my thing.
I don't
Jasper, is
care.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, it's the price is pretty steep though for just Ubisoft games. But I also don't know all Ubisoft games, so
those games
maybe
last a
it's-
while.
They
maybe
do.
it's a good deal. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
With
so-
the DLC,
fucking
one
know.
game, because you get all the DLC, Caitlin.
yeah. So you get
One Ubisoft game, Ultimate or Gold or whatever they call their editions, is about $120.
So what?
So one
Ubisoft-
game-
Okay.
What
Basically
Oh wait, so
pays
you
for
get
the
all
DLC.
Odyssey was
DLC and stuff too?
£100.
You get all
Yeah.
DLC as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so my
Odyssey
other
was
question.
£100.
My other question is there already Ubisoft games like in Game Pass right now?
Yes.
No.
Monopoly, I think.
Yeah,
Rainbow
that's
Six-
Rainbow-
Division
Rainbow
was there
Six,
for a minute, wasn't it?
See,
Yeah.
Division's been there, Rainbow Six
Division,
Siege has been
yeah.
there, For Honor's been in there.
But
Have-
the new
I've
stuff
heard about-
was.
Yeah.
So would
There
they
are some
pull-
like live action games or games that like keep going, like For Honor, like those
Yeah.
PvP
Right.
games,
Mhm.
Division, and stuff like that.
have
that
any of the
you can-
Assassin's Creeds hit there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm,
In
No,
Game Pass?
not
No.
that I can think
Not
of.
No,
Game
not
Boy for
Game
free,
Pass.
No, no
but they
Assassin's
haven't-
Creed in Game Pass. No, absolutely.
So
not.
I'm guessing if when this happens, will they pull
Or Far Cry,
any
yeah.
games out of Game Pass?
Well, the
Where
funny
you can
thing
only
is,
access them if you have either bought it or have the Ubisoft Plus thing.
There's not enough games
Although-
in it to really like justify that. I don't think that have been on Game Pass, so I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so yeah. So it doesn't seem like their games are like always in Game Pass or whatever.
so what all
then,
Ubisoft
yeah.
games came out last year? So there was Far Cry 6, Riders Republic.
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Valhalla was last
Valhalla was
year,
20.
or
Oh,
the
I
year
didn't know
before.
2020.
those were all
Oh, yeah.
Ubisoft games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Those
Just
are
think,
all
Caitlin.
Ubisoft.
Just think, Caitlin, 850 hours in Odyssey.
Just
That's-
Dance.
Nobody-
Just Dance.
Oh, Just Dance! I didn't even think about.
Oh
Just
well,
Dance.
fucking sold me there.
Um,
They
No,
have racing
I'm-
games coming too, don't they? I think.
yeah, they also. I thought they had like. Are they doing the dodgeball one? No, that's EA.
That's a
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uno.
They have the Rainbow Six. They have games like that. They have Mario Rabbids, which is going to be on
Yes.
Nintendo, so that's not going to
Yeah.
be coming to
Yeah.
Xbox, which would
That would
be,
be
kind of cool,
awesome
though.
if it did.
That was
Oh,
kind
we
of
get the old ones.
The
We do
Ghost
get the old
Recon
ones, which is
games?
great.
How much is Game
Goes-
Pass?
15
15.
For Ultimate, it's
Ultimate.
15.
for Ultimate.
Yeah.
It's
So
nothing
Phoenix
to
Rising.
rewards.
should it be that much just for Ubisoft games?
If
That's-
they bundle in
There's
PC,
also-
you get Anno 1800. That's just like.
But
the
you
big
do all the
strategy game.
DLC and stuff, so that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's the
I
difference. You
think
get the-
more games will come to Game Pass with this kind of union. Some of the older Ubisoft games will show up in Game Pass. I also feel like Mav, you had said earlier that like you think it's going to be an additional service, like a whole another $16. I think they're going to do if you have Game Pass already, it's going to be
A discount.
$6 more a month or $5 more
Right.
a month. If you don't have Game Pass, it's going to be the full
See,
$16.
that's what I'm hoping,
So like an
because
add-on service.
I don't feel like, okay, if you're like a customer and you're going, you get a new Xbox, okay, and you plug it in, you're like, hey, cool, I'm gonna subscribe to this service, and you see Game Pass Ultimate, and it comes with all this shit, right, including Rainbow Six Extraction, which is a Ubisoft game that they're putting in there day one, right? All of these games, like so many of them, and then you got Ubisoft, which is just the Ubisoft games, and the Ubisoft one is the same price as the Xbox one, right? It just seems like the scales are so tipped to the Game Pass side that I don't know how many people are gonna fork over there an additional 15. So I think it's gotta have a discount in order to make it viable for it, even them to put it on
Yeah.
Xbox. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend 15 on Ubisoft.
Just
you know what I'm
Ubisoft.
saying? Just
No.
Ubisoft.
Me, Ubisoft isn't even worth it. Like I would rather have EA or Activision or something like that. Ubisoft. would be,
Oh,
like, the
really?
bottom
See,
two.
I love
Okay.
Ubisoft. Like, I love Ubisoft games
I
for a
love
minute,
Ubisoft.
for like a good minute.
Yeah,
Then I
they're
fall off
good.
of them. I completed Far Cry 6, which was like a fucking achievement for me because it's like the first Ubisoft game I finished since Black Flag. Like it was intense. I was like,
Don't
"Woohoo, I
forget
fucking
there's
did it."
Avatar coming as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Avatar, you
Pandora.
have the Star Wars game that Massive is working on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, there's plenty
Jedi
of games that
Fallen Order
Ubisoft
2.
has right now in the works that I
Riders
think people are
Republic.
excited for.
Yeah.
Another
Riders
one,
Republic.
Riders Republic. Rocksmith, the
Ooh.
guitar
Okay.
game.
Yeah.
Rocksmith.
That has a
You
lot.
got
Do you
Skull
get
and
access
Bones
to all the
coming.
songs and stuff in Rocksmith, or do you still have to buy those separately?
Question.
Depends on
Yes.
it's like how
Watchdog.
in the past they had
Rocksmith and Guitar
additional-
Hero are totally like different kinds of games because Rocksmith
Yeah.
is more of a teach you type of thing. You
Yes.
plug in
Yeah.
a chord into your
Right.
guitar and
Yes.
it teaches you the chord. So it's not like a
play
a
along.
game.
Mash the button in order.
Game. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more of a tutorial, like a tutor, like a
Mhm.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising is in there too.
Oh,
Wandering
Phoenix
Dutch.
Rising.
Yeah.
that's one
Uh,
of the ones I can see coming to Game Pass without being on Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Like I'd like to see that come to Game Pass just to get
Mhm.
more hype around because that game was amazing.
Yeah,
I think
own a
if they
lot of these
charge-
games right now too, though.
It's all the
Do you-
Ghost Recon games.
Do you guys, yeah, the Ghost Recons, of course. Do you guys feel like if they do go with the $15 just straight out the gate, you know, whatever the case is, they just do, hey, it's $15 a month if you want it. Do you feel it's like a service that more people, or would you guys specifically like buy and then when a game comes out and then discontinue the service once
Yeah.
the game, you know, once you got through that game? Would it be more apt for you to do that with that type of money versus
I do
like
that with
$10?
my
I
TV
feel like
Depends on-
channel shows.
I do that
Yes.
with my TV channels. I was gonna say I
Yeah.
do that with so many. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, I really want to
Yeah.
watch the show,
Just
so I'm gonna
depends.
subscribe for this month, binge it, and then
Oh,
cancel.
that's
Right.
what I do. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I
I
do.
feel like a
That's
lot of
One month
Ubisoft
it'll be
games go
Netflix,
on.
then it'll
go-
Yeah, they go on sale like
They go on
they
sale right away.
like
Right,
very
yeah.
quickly. So I don't know. I usually there's certain games in Ubisoft I end up buying just like
And you get the free codes.
free- I don't get any free codes, unfortunately. But
should
yeah, they
have,
go on
man.
sale pretty quickly, so I don't know. I don't beat Ubisoft games at least recently that I can think of.
What's the last Ubisoft game that you really dove into and loved? 3-bit.
It's a good question.
We tried to get you into the
shoot.
division, but you were too late.
I was not too late.
You were too late.
You
guys
were way
freaking
too
abandoned
late.
Me.
No.
Y'all abandoned me.
We
I
had
was trying to.
the game.
we're gonna do this again. Bro, we
I don't
built
know.
and it
Listen, I joined you guys, and then you
we
guys all
built an entire
abandoned me.
clan by the time you got out. And an entire
Yeah.
clan, not like 5 of us. We had what, like 30 people in our clan,
Mhm.
3-bit,
Yeah.
by the time you hopped on. Come on, man.
And
Hey.
then we were like, you just need to do these missions so you can play with us.
Yeah.
Because like we're
Yeah.
like in the next step. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And then like 3 hours later, we're like, 3-bit, are you there? How are you progressing? And you're like, what? Yeah, yeah,
I
what's
fell
going
asleep.
on? Sorry.
asleep.
I'm
Oh,
awake.
I like
I'm
that.
awake. I
Here's the
am
thing.
awake.
That sounds like
Okay.
3-bit.
Yeah.
That does sound like me. However,
Yeah.
I do have
However.
evidence that Mav will start a
Okay.
game, tell me to buy it, and then completely abandon it by the time
Oh,
I buy it.
you mean like
Oh,
Dying
yeah.
Light? You mean like Dying Light?
Okay, that
3-bit?
also doesn't count.
For
because-
adventures.
Hey,
Dude,
course,
I
nothing
even got
counts.
Dying Light
Pong,
again.
have we
Chivalry.
For
actually
some
played
reason,
the hunt yet?
No, we have not.
Remember, I still
No.
I got it.
Yeah, me too. And we're waiting, Mav,
For what? What's going on?
The
to
hunt.
play
I
the
don't know
hunt.
what the
Oh,
hell-
yeah,
so
I
many
got that
games.
one too.
So many games have come out.
Oh, I
since
just
that
deleted
point.
the hunt.
Yeah.
Of course you did. And
Just
if for whatever
delete- I
reason
need
it takes
space.
3 days for your internet to download a game.
Yeah.
Hey, my internet is
He's
is
in those
fine.
backwoods of Georgia.
Okay.
Calm down.
Yeah.
I know you're talking while you're in the desert. Okay. No, okay. Here's the
Yeah, and I
thing.
can download a game in like 5 minutes in the middle of the desert with my tumbleweeds, according to you.
Yeah, there's no trees
That
interfering with your
red clay
connection.
interference.
No
Yeah.
trees interfering.
I don't know what the last.
I live in the
Ubisoft
like
game is.
one of the most mountainy states. Calm
I don't know
down.
how your internet is so freaking fast. It's crazy to me.
I'm just dying.
I forgot what the question was.
What's your favorite Ubisoft game that you played?
What was the
recently,
most
3-bit?
recent Ubisoft game that you
yeah.
finished?
That I finished.
He don't finish games.
He's
I
a bit
don't
like Mav
know.
in that respect.
I don't
Ah.
even.
They start, but they
He's
never
like,
do.
he's like, I can't. I'm
Don't
under
at all.
NDA.
Like, he can't even talk.
It's like I've
can't
never
even
finished
think. I don't
He's
know.
never done it. Look at him. There's never been
No,
one.
I know I beat all the original Assassin's Creeds, like 1, 2, 3, Black Flag,
we're
just
way
like the
past
newer
those.
ones.
What about Splinter
Like,
Cell games?
I couldn't finish Origins. I beat Splinter Cell. I beat Pandora's Tomorrow. I'm just thinking of like new ones, like all the new Ubisoft games. I don't think I could beat. Like Valhalla, I got pretty far, but that game just has so much
Right.
content. in
So
it.
much, dude. I got so distracted in that game.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
I
it's
can't
like
beat it. I
squirrel.
don't know. I can't
And
think
you
of
have
the
the
last one.
Watchdog?
30 more quests to do.
Like
I
even,
literally needed to have like Cloud in my DMs every day telling me to finish Far Cry 6. He's like, stop getting distracted and go back to the story. I'm like, oh, you're right. Go back.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even know I was playing. He just knew that I needed to hear that.
and
Gotcha.
Phoenix Rising was great, and I still couldn't finish that game, so I have no idea
I
what
love
the last one was.
I feel
I
like
didn't finish it either, and I loved it.
for some reason,
Yeah.
I don't know why, I feel like grilling 3-bit right now with a quiz.
Because he hasn't been here in forever.
Yeah.
That's why.
So
Okay.
3-bit.
We've been all this pent up energy.
I
Let's go.
know it is, man. It's like, let's just all talk to 3-bit right now because we've
Yeah.
been trying to get as much
Hey,
as we can.
3-bit, we want to know everything.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so here's the quiz. 3-bit.
Yeah.
Name me the 6 mainline Splinter Cell games in order.
Wow, I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
You
let
worked
me
for
think about
Ubisoft,
Shoot. Splinter Cell.
correct?
Uh Splinter Cell, Pandora's Tomorrow.
Close enough. It's Pandora tomorrow. There's no S, but I'll give it to you.
Oh, okay, Pandora Tomorrow. KhAos ThEory.
Correct.
Those are like the
You're-
first 3.
You're doing great so far. There's 3
and
more.
now it goes downhill from here because after that there's
The next
Ooh.
one released on both the
What's the-
Xbox and the 360.
what's the one with the freaking Conviction? Is that
Nope,
what's called?
you skipped one, but that is one. So yeah, I'll give you
Blacklist?
no,
Or
no,
Black-
that was after
Oh.
that. You're
Two.
getting to it. You're missing.
Am
one
I
game.
supposed to do this in order?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I
you were
said
supposed
in
to do
order.
this in order.
You're
Oh.
you're right, but you're missing one that's in the middle.
What am
You're
I
missing number 4.
Not 4 times. It's not 3 times. It's
I can't remember.
Two
those.
times.
It released on
Double the
2
fun.
consoles.
It's
So
double the
double the
fun,
amount of
3-bit.
consoles that
It's-
in the game would normally release on.
I really feel like Googling this and
Double the fun.
Double,
Cheating.
Maybe
double.
There's
start
actually
with
there's
two.
another
Is there
there's
one
another
called
one in
Double?
there if you want to get technical as well.
Double.
Well,
Double agent?
mainline.
Double
Okay.
And mainline, yeah.
Yay! Well done.
I don't think I played that one.
Double
You
agent.
didn't?
It's the one I
Double
didn't
agent.
like.
Now what's
Double
the
agent.
What's the 7th one called? 3-bit.
I don't. I'm missing one more.
Yeah, the one
7.
that you
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I
Oh,
just
oh.
tried to see if you'd
you mean
slip
X
up.
Defiant?
Yeah, the X Defiant. That's it.
yeah, they did have Sam and a couple other Ubisoft
Yeah.
little
Wild,
phone games.
don't
and
count.
Breakpoint.
Yeah,
He's in Rainbow Six Siege and Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah.
Is the Wildlands or Breakpoint?
I did better than
Breakpoint.
I thought I
I
would.
think he was in Wildlands, wasn't he?
No,
I said
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint was the DLC. I've got it because I got the goggles. I've got his
Yeah.
outfit.
It was free.
It wasn't in Wildlands.
Once you beat the
I thought
mission.
he was in Wildlands.
Yeah, I thought he was like they added him before they added the Predator. It was like a special mission they added.
No, I thought that was Breakpoint. Because I played Breakpoint.
It's
and I
Breakpoint
had
for
to-
sure. He's in Breakpoint for sure, hands down.
Maybe
Now,
he's
if he
in
was in
both.
Wildlands too, maybe.
Maybe
He's
Wildlands,
also
but
in
Breakpoint is
Rainbow
what I remember.
Six Siege, but they call him
Because
like,
towards the end of
Zero.
Wildlands, they were doing those special missions where they added like Predator and all those like special things.
Okay.
Chat, help us out. All right. So also thank you to Vic the Click with a very generous $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, dude. He said, "What's everyone on the panel?" And I think you mean what's up, everyone on the panel and chat room. Hey, lady, I will pay only $5 on top of my already $15 Game Pass subscription. More than that, they can blow my left.
That's kind of where I am. $5 is like kind of my max. I think it's going to be $10 if they go that route, but $5
Well,
is where I'm at.
Yeah, I have a theory on what I think it's going to be with the Ubisoft. Last night, Pong was alluding to that survey because the survey they were talking about, they had like 3 tiers. All right, they had Ubisoft Lite, and for games that are 18 months and older, and then they had what else? The classic, where it's 12 months, but they had premium content. And so I think they're gonna, me personally, I think they're gonna roll in, if they're gonna go with a 3 tier. I think they're gonna roll in Ubisoft Lite into Game Pass, which
is a
like
vault, right?
Yeah.
Vault, pretty much anything that's 18 months and older, standard games, no premium edition, gold edition, and then possibly have 2 tiers, then have the classic games, and those are same thing as the Lite, but then you have the premium content for those games, and then you have the standard Ubisoft subscription, and that could be like $10. The other one could be $5. So if someone wants to still have games that they can play, but want like the premium editions, but they don't want day and date, then they go with the $5 plan. But if they want day and date, then that could be like a $10 plan, which then that could appease to a larger audience. Because then if you're like, well, I don't want to pay $10, but at least with $5, I can still play a lot of these older games with all the DLC and everything and be okay. Or there's people that don't want to pay anything and they just, play the standard editions that is rolled into Game Pass. Because that would be smart on Ubisoft part. So they have more interactions. People will then play and spend money with the monetization and, skins, depending on the game that they want to play. And then they get more money that way. So I think they're going to see if that's going to work out. And I think personally, I think if they do that 3 tier, or like I said, rolling in Game Pass, and then to be 2 tiers that you can pay for $5 and $10, I think that would be a win for a lot of people.
Yeah. So
then if you want to play, if you don't spend the $10 and then you're like, damn, I want that new game, then you can upgrade, play whatever that new game that just came out, and then regress your subscription back down to $5 and still get to play the games that are already in there.
Right.
That would be smart. I think it's too good to be true.
Yeah,
I know, but
Definitely a good idea.
a lot of what Xbox has done has been too good to be true already. So we'll see, like, how much money did they give to Ubisoft? That's really the question here. Like, what is the deal that they have with Ubisoft? Because there had to have been some kind of like negotiations, arrangements, and money exchange. Rainbow Six Extraction's coming to Game Pass day one. That's a big title for them this year.
Say it was probably easy. Xbox sometimes says, hey, we have 30 million people and your game's getting bad ratings right now. No one wants to play Extraction. You want it on our platform to boost your game? Like,
yeah,
it's true. How many people are excited for it now that just were never going to play it? I
am. I wasn't going to play it until this was announced. So
I might play it. My kid had it like pre-ordered. That's what he did with his Xbox money he got for Christmas, was pre-ordered like the extra fancy edition.
Does he have
Because
Game
he loves
Pass?
Rainbow
Or
Six. Yeah.
is he going to cancel his pre-order? Or?
I honestly haven't even told him yet. I forgot.
I think you got 10 days.
I wanted
before
to
they
see
charge
if there
you.
was going to be that upgrade, like if he has like the base game is going to be if he could just pay the difference to get all of his like gear, because he's super excited for all of his skins and stuff like
Ubisoft
that.
normally does that though.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know.
I will say the latest trailer looks impressive. Like with all the gadgets, with all the strategy involved, with all the different what do they got, 16 or 18 different characters to choose from, all with unique abilities. Dude, that's pretty cool. Hopefully they pull it off.
Gameplay wise, I was never worried about this game. But like Ubisoft games are fun, they're well made, they have great just gameplay elements, like the controls feel good. They're solid games. The only issue that I had before with Rainbow Six Extraction was what they were doing with the CLoWnZ brand and just making all these little stupid spin-off games and not making mainline CLoWnZ games, right? Like Rainbow Six Extraction, now it's Rainbow Six with aliens, and then you got X Defiant, and then you got Heartland, and no like real CLoWnZ games. Well, they've resolved that right now for me. because they announced a mainline remake of Splinter Cell. Right? So if they're doing
Heartland,
both,
that
I'm
one's
okay.
going to be free to play.
Yep.
So that's
And
interesting.
X
now that I
Defiant,
forgot about
which
that one
I would not be surprised if they just canceled that dumb,
altogether.
crappy game.
X Defiant.
Heartland, I think, has potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've heard from people who have played it.
Yeah, the Division. At least people that love the Division will.
Yeah, and I had a pretty big. I know a lot of people in the Division community just because of my old podcast. So it's, I know they're all excited. And the people that I know that really, really love the game that got into the alpha and stuff like that say that it has great potential. So I can see it being
I think
good.
their biggest problem with that is going to be their monetization. Like,
I think that's where this will come into play though, because when you mentioned that, Psycho, like those games coming to Game Pass and the monetization that like Ubi does put out, like I'm always spending money on that shit when it comes to the games, like always. I don't know, it's something about that shit that just makes me buy it. Like I don't even know how much money I sunk into Black Flag just so I could like fucking get my ship up to like the very, very like top without playing through all the fucking shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna dump some money into my ship, start of the game, and be like fucking ruler of the seas. But
Like
yeah, I think that would
for
yes.
if they charge like
love
$20 for like blue paint on your gun, like that's where people are gonna start bitching.
Oh yeah, they can't pull Halo fucking money prices, but no, I think that would be good for them just to have, if those games come free to Game Pass, because those are some of the stuff that they have in their games I think is worth spending money on it a lot of the time. So I spend money on all the Assassin's Creed games. Like I had fucking mounts and shit like that, rode around on a bull in Odyssey. It was pretty sweet. But yeah, I don't know.
Isn't there a wolf in Odyssey too? Or no, that's in Valhalla.
No, that's Valhalla, yeah.
Valhalla.
Okay. Is that a paid for thing or is that like unlockable?
You have to pay for it.
I think I did buy the stag, I think, in Valhalla, like the giant stag.
But is that kind of content going to be in Ubisoft Plus, or is that's just like extra monetization stuff?
That's
right?
like see, I don't know. Like, is that all coming with it? If that's not, then
I feel like the expansions would be, but not the free stuff they try to sell.
Not the skin.
Yeah, but the stuff in the Helix store you can get in by just playing the game, because it comes into the little store that you can go to with Redder, although they've not been very good the last few months. Hopefully they're going to change that. But all the stuff that you can buy in the Helix store on Assassin's Creed, you can get in-game by collecting opal and buying it when it's in the store on a daily or a weekly.
Oh yeah, but that's you gotta freaking grind for that stuff though.
Well, you have to go out and do your like little challenges and missions every day, and you have to go and collect
never get that
the
far in the
opal
games.
in the match. So
that's
what you got to do. But it's still free within the game if you play the game fully.
Yeah. At least they give you options, but it's one of those things. If it's not part of the DLC or anything,
if people choose to go and do the microtransactions in the Helix store, then there's the option. What I'm saying is, it's not you must do this to get further in the game or you get better stuff. It's just cosmetics, mainly outfits and pets, if you like, riding things, because you can't say horses because they're all different, but things that you can ride and weapons. But there's an option. You can either play the game fully and get it within the game, or you go buy it in the store if you're that desperate. So there is an option, which is, I like that sort of microtransaction.
And that's one good thing that Ubisoft does do, that they give you the ability to get the stuff without having to pay for it, unlike other monetization like Halo. I love Halo, but I'm not paying $20 for an AI. You know what I mean? So at least
honestly, I was going back and forth in my head whether or not I would have bought that AI, but I was like sick around the time and I wasn't playing. And I probably would have.
You think you would have bought Mr. Chief for $20?
Yeah, of course.
Probably.
It's 3-bit.
Okay, all right. Here's the thing. There's certain games like in Ubisoft games where I buy a lot of monetization stuff where I can like skip levels sometimes and it's really bad.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay.
I am one of those
I
because
do
I'm
too.
like,
I like to
at
pay my way
first,
to winning.
like if as I'm playing like a game like Assassin's Creed or something, I'm like, okay, I don't need to do that. I'll earn it and I'll do it the old-fashioned way. And then as I'm playing it, I'm like, this is taking a while. And I start looking at the store.
Don't ever play
I
a
could
mobile
really
game
use
through
a
bit.
lot of these
I'm
these
like,
mats.
But it
right
usually
now.
starts with something small, like I'll buy a little sword.
This
I'm like,
$5 thing.
Oh, for $5, I can get a
Like-
10x boost for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then I keep looking at the store. I'm like, well, just for $10 more, I could skip a couple
Oh, man.
levels, and yeah,
That
it's
is
pretty
you're a
bad.
completely.
3-bit
why
is
that
the
stuff
reason why
exists in the
we
games.
have this.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's,
He's the exact reason what
Bad,
they
but-
market this towards.
it's
so
people
fucking
like
hilarious.
you, 3-bit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I know.
It's okay though.
I saw
there's nothing wrong with it.
Mike in chat had mentioned something earlier. He said that we need a Division 3 officially. And
Yeah.
as much as I want to agree with you, that's not going to happen anytime soon because Massive
No.
is working on the Star Wars game and
Mhm.
nobody is going to do Division outside of Massive.
Yeah.
No,
So
I don't want no one other than Massive.
no, nobody should touch the Division
Yeah.
franchise outside of
No,
Massive. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Division
And-
3, 2026, 2027.
yeah. If it
Yeah.
ever comes, I don't
If it
know.
ever
Yeah.
comes.
Heartland coming
PS6.
out and having like that constant free to play thing might just take over there.
I do
so.
wonder though, like if Ubisoft would ever look at another one of their studios, you know what I mean? Because we do know that the Splinter Cell team is going to be using Snowdrop for Splinter Cell.
Mhm.
So, is there another team that could potentially pull off the division there? The being that the
No.
core is already there, right? Like
Oh.
they could maybe take what's there and then maybe
It depends on if they
I don't
split
know.
up. Like, I mean, most of that is like in Sweden and stuff like that. If they're gonna split off and put one studio, this Sweden studio on
Yeah.
that and stuff like that, then I can see that and just. But I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
they're
know.
probably already doing that now with that between Avatar and Star Wars, right?
Yep.
Well, they're
Plus
finishing
they have
up
Division. I
Avatar.
mean, they've got
Yeah.
how many studios does Massive in its own have? Does anybody know? I know of 3 that I can think of, and like
It's
where
probably,
they're
I
located.
would,
Within
I would
Massive?
assume that's it. I have no idea though.
It's probably 3 in a little splinter group that starts up a game, a new IP to get the
Yeah.
base going. So it's probably 3 major within groups, studio people groups in there. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't want anyone other than Massive because
Yeah.
the first 2 I love. They're phenomenal. So they just I don't know if anyone else in Ubisoft can pull off that feel of Division that Massive could.
I'm
That's
excited
why
to see what
I'm
they're doing
excited.
with the Star Wars game.
Yeah.
So that's for sure.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's not like a cover base, because I feel like Massive has really like leaned into that cover base kind of
Yeah,
mechanic a lot,
Yeah.
and I'd like to not see that. So
yeah, it'd be to me perfect thing. It'd be like that Republic Commando back.
Yeah, that's
when
what I was just
the
thinking. Like I was
OG
just, she said
that,
like
yeah.
they were doing the division. I was like, just putting like clones in those, like that'd
Mm-hmm.
be amazing. You have like little clone gadgets, you throw at droids and shit.
Exactly.
Wow, I could see it. Mandalorians, though. Yeah, let's have Mandalorians. Let's have it on Mandalore. Have like a little flashback to the Jedi Mandalorian War. Let's see. Some
Well,
of
there
that
was
action.
clone battles on Mandalore, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's see
listen
that.
to the lore master.
3-bit, what do you
I'm
think
a
about a
little-
Mandalorian game?
What-
You don't know? Okay. All right.
I have no thoughts.
Okay. All right.
But
Hey, Kate. Being that Rainbow Six.
Wait, hold on. Before
Okay.
you move on to
Yeah.
the next topic, I feel like every time I come back on the show, we're talking about Ubisoft. Is this a coincidence, or are you just lining
you
up?
come back every like 3
I mean,
months.
Ubisoft,
I don't know, you
I don't know.
Jasper?
Are you
Total
responsible
coincidental.
for Ubisoft Plus
Oh, okay.
coming to
You sh-
Xbox? I mean, that's
You
why
should
we're
probably
talking
talk to your
about-
ex-bosses and ask them why they do that to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
hey, 3-bit's gonna be an ultimate this week. Let's drop this news.
Yeah. Hey, I wonder if we can get
Sorry,
them to talk
continue.
about Splinter Cell some more, so we can get some more ideas for what we're gonna do for the story.
Right. We got to start doing that so we see if we can influence them.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. We
Right.
should start coming up with like a once a month Splinter Cell.
Plotline
Like,
discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a think tank. And we'll just throw out ideas.
There
See
you
if they
go.
pick up any.
Lambert dies. Sam takes over for Lambert.
You guys should just write the game.
Let's do it.
Right?
Yeah, let's do it. We could do it.
I mean, we already have the
Come
lore
on,
master,
lore master.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
we
Like
can
6
actually-
pitchmen and 3 bits the only programmer.
Can we do like a live action reenactment of our story one day? Like, Pong kind of looks like Sam Fisher. He could do that. I think Psycho sounds like Lambert. He could probably pull that off. You know what I mean?
I'll play Sarah.
I sound like Lambert.
I think Jasper's got to be
For
a
sure.
villain,
Okay.
whoever the villain is. 3-bit will be the sidekick co-op guy, and then we got Sarah Fisher and Anna. It's Anna Grimsdottir, right? Is that right? Is it
Yeah.
Ann?
We just got to do voiceovers like the old Bruce Lee movies where I'm just mouthing the words, but it's actually like
Oh my
Psychonauts' voice. Sam.
Psycho would make a
Uh,
good Sam Fisher. I have to say.
Yeah.
Like, thinking about it, hearing his voice and just closing my eyes, I could see him being Sam.
Yeah, you
Say
hear
something.
that Ubisoft.
Yeah, say something. Say
Lambert.
say I'm coming to save you, Sarah.
I'm coming to save you, Sarah.
That's not bad.
That was horrible.
It's horrible. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Has anybody played Sniper Elite 4 recently, by the way?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you have? Okay.
Mhm.
Lord Ruffness, who's in the chat, he actually DM'd me today because he was watching our PM and the PM, Mav, and he thought that the lead character for Sniper Elite 4 could actually do a Sam Fisher if they can't get Ironside. And I went back and actually listened to it today to check it out, and he's right. The guy who voiced the lead character in Sniper Elite 4 could pull it off. So that's
Okay.
another idea. Ubisoft, if you're listening, just to throw that out there for you guys. If you can't get Ironside, so we're trying to find replacements for you.
Yeah.
So
That dude's an old dude.
no, he's not an overly old guy. No, Ironside is though.
Yeah, he's
Mm.
Ironside's like set in his 70s, but he
Yeah.
In his 70s, he had health problems too, though.
Yeah.
That's been the big.
that's why he couldn't do Blacklist. But like the thing about Ironside, he's like extremely attached to the character. Like he hated not being able to do Blacklist.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be weird for them to move on, and if they do move on and choose a different voice actor, just don't get the guy that did Blacklist. Like he's supposed to be an older Sam, but it somehow sounds like 30 years younger. Like I just don't understand. It didn't make
Yeah.
sense. What else we have to talk about? Okay, let's see here. Hey, we kind of grazed over this a little bit, but even if Ubisoft Plus wasn't happening, right? Even if that wasn't happening, Rainbow Six Extraction in and of itself is still a big deal, right? Does this pave the way for more deals like this on Game Pass this year? Like third party exclusive, not really exclusives, but it kind of feels like it because you get the value
I think Game
exclusive
Pass,
of
so
Game
if
Pass.
people-
And I feel like we all said that, hey, we're actually more excited to try it now because we're not gonna have to pay anything extra. I think we were talking about this earlier, babe, and you said you might actually be interested in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's co-op versus like I think is it 4-player? Somebody
I
correct
think
me.
it's 3.
3-player, so it's like Aliens Fireteam Elite, kind of you go through levels,
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay.
At least that's how it was in Siege. I don't know how different it will be for the whole game, but
Right. Why only 3 though? Like the whole rest of Rainbow Six is like more than that.
I guess it's just the way it works. I don't know. That's
Wait.
what they decided.
Wait,
I'm asking you,
wait.
Jasper. Why did you do that?
Are you sure it's?
Are we talking
Okay,
about
yeah, I think
Extraction?
it's
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 main levels, but they're like I think they said like
No, like how many players?
How many
are on it?
players?
oh
it's
how many
3.
players? Yeah, it's 3 players.
Is a
Yeah, yeah.
tactical 3-player.
Why do they keep
It's
picking
tech-
3 players?
I
for
don't
these
know.
fucking
3
Because
players
no one
sucks,
has
man?
4 friends on it at the same time, so you got to have 3.
BS. We always have more than 3 friends.
Yeah, it's so.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Mm.
Yeah, listen.
Here's the thing: give me the option to have a 4th person, and if I don't have a 4th friend, then I'll have 3, and I'll play with 3 people. Like what? Like why? Like Why are
Because you
these
can play
games
this
doing
solo. You can play this
Yeah.
solo, so there's no
I-
reason.
I know
I
for
think-
Siege that was a really hard mode to play solo, even with like matching with randoms. Like you were punished.
But they put it in here. They like put it in the trailer, like specifically say you could play as solo. So I'm wondering if they have scaled better than they did in that Siege version, right? So maybe they adjusted it a little bit so that it is more,
Yeah.
as a solo player, maybe you are able to actually do more. I don't know. I'm just they actually promoted it, so that's the only reason why I say that.
Aliens also 3-player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Stop
Aliens.
doing that. Develop.
Apex.
Outriders.
Right.
I don't know. A lot of them have been coming out 3-player.
It's all these co-op PvE games.
Mhm.
Or like where you go through levels and stuff. They're all doing the 3 players.
Also
I don't-
easier to
Let's
balance
stop
for.
doing that.
Maybe it's because of the abilities and how they counteract off
Yeah.
of each other. You got like the rock.
They just
paper,
all wanna be
scissors
Destiny,
stuff,
let's be
you
real.
know?
Once
Is
you start getting more
Destiny
people,
awesome?
it gets more overpowered with like all the abilities interacting with each other. So
It
Yeah.
also like bogs down your screen more and shit like that. I don't know.
Well, y'all stop making reasonable excuses, okay? Like I don't want to hear it. I just want four players.
And that's what they said about Outriders. They were
Yeah.
like, we were gonna do 4 players, but there was just too much going on the screen, so we had to scale
Well,
it
that
back.
game there was with all those technical abilities, it was, but I don't know. They maybe their balance why they chose 3. Maybe they did a fucking survey. Like if you guys had 2 players, would you want a 3rd or a 4th? And
I hate it when they
probably-
have 3 characters or 3 players, but like 4 different types of characters you can choose from.
Mhm.
Come
I
on.
think there's 18 operators in Extraction, so
yeah.
so.
should have plenty to choose from there.
So we were kind of talking about this in the DMs earlier a little bit, but I kind of been wanting to bring this up because I'm starting to get really concerned about how far into development Dragon Age is. And because I think I mean, this game was announced like years ago that it was
2
being
years
made.
ago.
2? That
2
that was when
years.
we saw the trailer at the Game Awards. But before it had been like known that it was being made for a couple of years before that. Like I think they said, "Hey, Dragon Age is going to be at the Game Awards." Like 2 years.
They didn't
ago.
confirm it until then.
That
No,
wasn't
it was
confirmed?
always rumored. It was always
Okay.
rumored, and then they confirmed it 2 years ago and said, "Hey, like we're letting you know that this is actually being made. Here's a short trailer and some fucking artwork," and that's what we got. And that's how far they were along in development was
Yeah, and
that
I
and
hate
some
when they-
artwork. So
like you
no,
said,
I don't
I
think
hate
that
when
it's
they do
been
that.
super into development.
No, I hate when they announce something where
Super
they're
early.
just starting. It's like, come on, like I get it, but something like Age and where that game, Dragon Age, it has such a following. If they
One of my
announced
favorite
it,
game series.
Yeah.
let's say they announced it today instead of 2 years ago, and they're further along. That's better. Because then okay, now we only have to wait maybe a year or 2 before we get it. Now, when they first announced it, now it's like it's going to be in 4 years. It's just
BioWare needed somewhere to like look because everybody was looking at Anthem so hard. They were like, "Hey, look."
Well,
we're
it's also not
doing
just
a Dragon
BioWare. Like
Age."
Ubisoft did that with Beyond Good and Evil. That's game's still not out, and they announced it like 6 years ago. So
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think that game like Skull and Bones.
yeah,
oh yeah. Let's not talk about
No.
that.
Well,
Well, it's
Ubisoft has
coming.
been
They're
all over
working
the
on it.
damn place for so long. Like they just kind of lost their identity. I think they're
They just
finding
have
it back
so
now.
much. They have so many studios everywhere. I feel like it's just kind of chaotic. I don't know.
but with their
I mean,
Mass
I
Effect,
think Fable was too early. Personally,
Yeah.
I think that was too early. We don't even know where that's at, and I'm like, I wish they would have waited and shown us something other than like a 30-second trailer. Like, woo, we've got Fable, and
Oh,
that's
they're
it.
further along than what we think.
They better show some gameplay of Fable at E3 because I'll be losing it otherwise.
soon.
I
They
think we will. I think we might.
I think
get
it's
something
about that
before
time that
E3.
we'll see some Fable.
and when
maybe.
BioWare showed Mass Effect, they said that it was early. So
Yeah,
like they
so-
said, it
see,
was like
that
early,
one,
and then
I
they showed just
get.
Liara with in 7 Mask.
But Jasper, what worries me here is because Dragon Age was supposed to have been in development before that. Like when they did the whole Mass Effect thing, it was like Mass Effect's coming back. We haven't even announced that we started development on it. They're just saying it's coming back. Like Dragon Age was supposed to have been in development, but like they released this update from the one of the managers there from BioWare, and I'm just gonna kind of read just one part of it because a lot of it is talking about COVID, how it's affecting all of their development and stuff, and they also went into saying how they're going to be hiring like people. From
That's what tells
all
me
over the
they're
world and stuff.
further away.
But this one part was making me think, like, because they mentioned Mass Effect a lot throughout this whole posting, and there's only one little mention about the progress of Dragon Age in this entire post that they made. They said, of course, we remain hard at work on the next iterations of Dragon Age and Mass Effect. I'm seeing some incredible work from both teams. If you're curious about Mass Effect, I'd encourage you to take a look at the poster we released on N7 Day. If you look closely, there are a handful of hidden treats. By my count, there are at least 5 surprises. So supposedly there's some surprises in that wallpaper, all of which point to an amazing future in the Mass Effect universe. And this is all they said for Dragon Age. As for Dragon Age, we have a veteran group of talented developers working on the next iteration of the franchise. That is it.
Good luck. Here's the thing: a lot of those people are gone. The original developers of like the original Dragon Age. Like I have my hopes for it as a franchise just because I am a fan of that franchise. But a lot of those people they're done. They're gone.
Almost all of them. I think all but one.
Almost all of them. Yeah.
All but one, but the original Dragon Age team, I think, is still working for them, and I think that's really put a damper, and like more people have left since that announcement. I can't think of names right now, but 2 big players for the Dragon Age team have left since they announced that game. Not only that, Dragon Age Day is December 4th, and we heard absolutely nothing about Dragon Age. So I mean, I'm with you. I don't know where it's at, but I didn't expect it this year. I mean, I'm hoping to.
I think it's a mental thing.
I just think they prematurely announced it.
Yeah.
I just do. I think they prematurely announced that shit. So another game that's like that, and I know this is totally off topic, is fucking Hogwarts, because that game was supposed to come out last year, and now it's coming out this year. And what have we seen on it?
There was some
there's a problem. There's a problem with J.K. Rowling.
There's no problem.
Yeah,
they're afraid of the backlash. They're afraid of the backlash.
She has nothing to do with that. The actual
hate
like,
society.
game,
No, I know she hasn't, but apparently she's, from what I read on it, because I checked up on it, she's making things difficult.
No, society's making things difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you what I read.
Yeah, I know you are.
channel.
Lupa, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, no, they're afraid of the backlash completely. They've been putting this off over and over and over again. It's just
there's some
whatever.
That's
some
their
YouTube,
answer then.
Yeah, there's some like YouTube footage of like some gameplay. I don't know if this is real or not. Okay, but it's pretty lengthy, and if that's what the game actually looks like,
I don't want to go look at it. You're gonna make me go look at it after this, and I'm gonna be super upset.
Wait, is this a good impression or is this a bad impression?
And not by his face.
Personally, I thought it looked like straight ass. Okay, but however, it's alpha. You know, who knows how far in development? You know, all of these things, and also I don't know if it's. Here's the thing, it looked real, but I was questioning if it was real because it looks so bad.
Well, they say that it will release in 2022. Or will it release in 2022? And their answer is it will come out after the release of Fantastic Beasts as information close to Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling franchise state. The Secrets of Dumbledore. Fantastic Beasts Secrets of Dumbledore. So that's going to be releasing in early April. And they're saying that it won't release. And it says here, information close to Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling franchise state that it will come out after the release of Fantastic Beasts, The Secret of Dumbledore.
So that movie is coming out soon.
This year.
Yeah.
That's coming out early April.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think Hogwarts is going to hit.
I just think it's weird we haven't seen much on it. I don't know. It's just another game like Dragon Age where I'm like, what's going on with this fucking game? Like, where are we at? Because we've had so many chances for them to show us something.
Yeah, I'm
and we haven't
exactly
seen
like
any.
you, lady, because like I've been keeping my eye on it as one that I really want to play, but there's nothing
I'm a
on it,
Hogwarts
so I
fan.
went
I'm a Harry
searching
Potter
for it.
I know
Because
how
another-
big
like-
of a Harry
like with
Potter
Dragon
fan
Age,
some of
we
you
don't
guys
see
are.
it.
That's why I'm
I've
like,
seen 2 movies.
two of the Harry Potters.
Yeah, it's
I've seen all of them. And
I've read the book series 8 times, and I mean I've seen all of the books.
I think 3-bit's probably the bigger one.
What, the
Oh.
bigger fan?
Yeah,
Harry
Harry
Potter?
Potter.
Not more than Lady. I don't think. There's no way.
No, not happening.
Like I'm
I have a
looking
Harry
forward
Potter
to
cup
it.
right here.
Okay, first off, like as like literally,
You're a
Did you watch
wizard,
the
Harry.
I'm-
Hogwarts tournament thing, lady?
I'm looking forward to
The
it.
show, the game show.
Yeah. that was
I have
fun,
not
wasn't it?
yet, but I did watch the reunion show.
Yeah, I watched that too.
but I haven't watched the game show yet. No,
It was quite fun actually.
I'll have to give it a watch.
But they were mostly Americans. Well, they were all Americans from what I could gather. I was a bit pissed off about that. We in the UK invented it.
This is true. This is true.
The Wizards.
No,
Yes, Harry Potter.
I'm
But
just
this is
teasing.
literally my dream game, so I hope that it'll be
It
good.
ain't.
it's done
it ain't
correctly,
If
it
it's,
would be
ain't
good.
if it's what I saw was real. It ain't gonna be your dream game.
Like
I don't know if it was real, though.
from what I read on it, you can like choose your own house, right? And then choose like make your own wizard.
It's like almost MMO style
Yeah,
in
it's
a way.
basically
so.
Yeah.
basically an MMO.
But
it
it's
has,
way
like,
back.
elements
It's 2 or 3 centuries before Harry Potter even existed.
Yeah, it's in the 18th century.
They have to do that because you can't
Mm.
have like Harry Potter lore like flying
Yeah.
around and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to
It's-
do. It'd
I
be
think-
too hard to do in a game.
I would love if this is the actual like the start of Hogwarts. We see Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, and Ravenclaw, like the teachers there. Like this is the origin
You mean like
story.
the people who they were named after, like
Mhm.
Helena
they're
and-
still
yeah.
there. That would be awesome. That's what I would like to see.
it would
And,
be
you
cool.
know, the
Okay.
origin path.
I'm gonna put this up on the screen. I don't know like how credible this is whatsoever, guys. But this is what I saw. Okay,
Who's it by? Can you scroll down? Like who posted it?
Gamers Paradise. on
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
I feel like Warner Brothers could flag this, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna up the quality a little bit. Oh, never mind, it's already at 1080. It could just be that this is shit quality. Who knows? But I'm gonna play this. You guys can kind of see what I saw. It starts out not looking too bad, right? Let's see here.
Played a lot of ass games before, and they're
Um,
all right. So
Yeah, so far so good. And then we're gonna get into I think some gameplay sections where it starts to look pretty gnarly.
Little owl.
It probably took like games from like the old Harry Potter games.
That's what I'm wondering. I think it could be fake, right? Because I don't know how many old Harry Potter games there are, but these scenes that are about to
the
come
story.
up.
There's a couple.
What was the
Yeah.
last one's like on 360
30.
and stuff?
Lego Harry Potter.
There was a Lego Harry
This is the
Potter.
stuff I like.
The
Okay.
Connect one.
This
Yeah,
looks
that
great
was
to
hilarious.
me
I'm watching.
so far.
It's,
It looks
This is
alright
definitely
so
not from
far.
like Deathly Hollows or anything like that. I
No.
can tell you that. No, this looks good.
Hold on.
Yeah, it does look good.
No, hold on. You're not there
That
yet.
Pegasus flying looked really good. Yeah.
But that's what they showed us at.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
what they
this is-
showed us.
this
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
this
this
is the
is-
trailer.
No, there's more coming. Hold on.
And I was like, no, I'm telling you, there's something really bad coming.
There is.
I'm telling you.
What?
really
Just
bad.
wait.
It's coming. It's gonna
Yeah,
look
'cause
really
this
bad.
This all looks like
Anytime now.
At any time now.
Mav was watching.
Oh,
on
here we
the
go.
And
Switch.
this is
That's
yeah,
why.
here we
the
go.
trailer.
This is it.
That's it.
Okay, that looks great. Great dragon.
No, this. You're ahead of me. You're behind. This.
I'm behind.
Oh,
Yeah,
What
I'm
the hell is
watching
this
this.
shit?
Them walking on the
That's
beach.
lightning in the fog.
Yeah, them on the beach. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like ass. You don't see.
No.
They have
Looks
hero
perfectly
lighting.
alright to me.
You know, it's.
That
I feel like it's
looks
so
like a
hard to get.
Apollo.
I don't know.
This
That's
is like
the
it looks
Deathly
like a
Hallows.
360
It's
game. To me.
streamed through YouTube,
Oh.
and then we're watching it through the podcast.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
world
I mean,
was
I
it-
kinda
mean,
like
I
flat.
feel like that did look.
Actually,
Yeah,
that
this
looked-
is
that
not
looked
the
pretty
game.
bad. No, that
Yeah,
looks
this
pretty
is
bad.
game.
It's
This
not
isn't
the
the game.
game.
This
right?
is something else. Yeah, this
No,
is
Yeah,
from
that
this
is
is
the
from one of the
Deathly
older
Hallows
games. Yeah, this
That's
is
the
Harry
yeah,
old
this
Potter's
is
game.
not in the Legacy of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Harry
no,
Potter
they-
shouldn't
they
even
just
be
feel
there.
like
as
that
a
right there
mystery
should
game.
tell you
It's
that.
awful.
this is Deathly Hallows. This has got to
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, if
Yeah,
it's Deathly
dude.
Hallows,
This guy's
Yeah.
fucking with
Baker's
us.
This
Fuck.
is from the phone game.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my
Oh,
This is the
god.
phone
Okay.
game.
All right. Now I see what you're saying, Mav. Yeah, no, this is definitely not a part
This
of the
is
game.
That's
Okay.
Deathly
No.
Hallows.
All right,
That was the 360 game.
God.
no, it looks like a 360 game because I guess it is a 360 game.
Okay. So that's not it. Because screw
No.
you, screw you, Gamers
No.
Paradise for your clickbait video.
Yeah,
Of
definitely
course.
Yeah,
clickbait.
because this game is taking place like hundreds of years before Harry Potter.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
Right.
Wandering Dutch
It's
just said.
18th century, I believe that you were saying.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's-
Yeah.
It is. It's a couple of centuries before
okay.
Harry
Yeah.
Potter was even thought of.
Mav's trying to freak out all the Harry Potter.
Maybe
fans
Harry
on the
Potter
panel.
and
his
his time
Jesus.
travel
so
spell and
his
went back
own
in time.
parents, his
What?
own parents would be like.
The moment you saw Harry
2
Potter, you
older.
should have known that was fake.
It's the video said
Yeah.
gameplay trailer. The guy's trying to pull something over me. Hey,
But Harry
Yeah.
Potter is not in
And he
it.
did,
I
and he did,
don't
Mav.
now,
He got you.
This is
He
why
got
got
you,
you.
Mav.
This
But
is
it's
why
magic. Anything's
I-
possible.
It's why I played the trailer for you guys, so that way you could tell me if I have anything.
Well,
Now I'm
you-
not.
I gotta
worried.
say, the
No.
original trailer stuff still looks fantastic.
I
so-
thought
It
so,
does.
but I thought
It
that
really
was.
does.
I thought that
Yeah.
was the cutscenes, and then I thought the other part was the gameplay.
And it goes
Yeah.
back into the gameplay.
Even as a casual
No.
Harry Potter fan, I still thought it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Am I gonna have to make a tag that goes across? Your
yes,
that says casual Harry
yes,
Potter
that's why I
fan?
did that. That's why I did that. When we start talking about Harry Potter, I'm gonna need that tagline.
Okay.
Hogwarts
We're gonna nail
Legacy
you.
is an upcoming action role-playing
Whoa,
game
pause.
set
Who's
in
gonna
the
nail me?
1800s in the Wizarding World, developed by Avalanche.
So it's a
Software.
it's a
Like I
western.
said, a couple of centuries.
Hmm?
Is it a
previous.
western?
Yeah, it's a spaghetti western with Hogwarts.
I'm down, dude. Let's go.
It's a freaking RPG Harry Potter, or not Harry Potter, but the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
It's still multiplayer, right?
It's
Um,
an MMO, then
They never specifically said MMO, and they never, if I recall, never said multiplayer. It was
No.
speculation that
It
it
was
was gonna be
speculation.
multiplayer.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Uh,
I hope it
speculation.
is. I'd love to have it multiplayer.
Then
That'd be
group-
cool.
it's an open world single player action role playing.
oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's
Alright.
single player.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was like early speculation that it was gonna be multiplayer, but it was never something that they said
It'd
specifically.
be cool if there's some.
That'd be cool if we all drop in and go to school together and stuff and have to go to learn spells.
Right.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
So like
Class.
bully
Can I
style.
like turn you into a,
Yeah, like
a
bully style.
dog or
Yeah,
something?
that would be awesome.
So you come from Slytherin then, Pong.
I do. You're right. I would come from.
Dirty.
It's
little
Leviosa,
snake.
Yeah,
not
did we ever
Leviosa.
figure
No
that
wonder
out?
you're called Long Dong with a snake like that.
I
Did
know
we
I
ever
took
figure
that
out?
Harry
We-
Potter quiz and I got Gryffindor. So
Yeah. Did we all?
Yeah.
Did y'all say who each of one of us would be a part of? I forget. Because the Harry Potter lore masters here, which would be Lady and 3-Bit, I think picked one for each one of us.
Oh, don't worry, mind about
Three
it.
Yeah,
bit,
one-
then.
3-Bit
day.
put me in fucking Hufflepuff, so 3-Bit knows
Yeah,
nothing.
3-Bit knows nothing. He put me in Ravenclaw.
I'm in Ravenclaw. I would
The
put
books. I didn't
Lupa
really
in,
think
like,
about it for some reason.
Lupa, I would put in
What
Gryffindor.
would
Ravenclaw.
Kate be in?
I was in Griffith.
Slytherin, all the way.
Yeah.
Like we said, she would follow you to Gryffindor, and then she'd be our double agent, is Slytherin. You'd be spying on Gryffindor.
Psycho,
Psycho,
Kate.
not
Who
Psycho
did we
would be
put
in
before?
Hufflepuff.
What did we
Yeah,
put before?
I'm a
I don't know what any of these mean.
So why would I be in Gryffindor? Like I don't know what does it make. What is special about Gryffindor? Like what?
Like-
Gryffindor, they're like brave
Goody
and
two-shoes. Yeah,
Oh.
goody two
you're a leader.
Goody-
You're a
goody
leader.
two-shoes.
Yeah.
Nav.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, when we
Yeah.
have to like kick someone out of party, you're like, I feel bad. I don't know. That's
No, that's
Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff, actually.
That- well,
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
No, that's Hufflepuff
Mm.
100%.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Definitely
Is
Hufflepuff.
Is it?
Gryffindor just
So
like
maybe
the
he's
nerds?
100%. That is
Just
not
the
a
nerds,
Gryffindor trait. That's a
maybe.
Hufflepuff trait.
So is
100%.
Mav a Hufflepuff then?
I
What
would
did I
say
put
you are a
for-
Hufflepuff 3-Bit.
I don't know anything
I would
about
never have
this.
put you in
Hey.
Slytherin
Evil.
ever.
Come on,
3-Bit
3-Bit.
wants to be
I-
dark side.
listen.
He really does.
He
Listen,
deep down,
I am-
3-Bit is dark.
But here's the thing.
I could never see
I
3-bit
think I
backstab
am.
anybody
But
ever.
you
He
know how
would-
the hat asked you which house you want to be
I don't know.
in?
His sister says that he still owes her money. So
He did some things to from frogs back in the day too.
Well, he's also a Sith Lord.
So Mo, I'll
Let's not
get you
forget.
the link for that.
What shoot, because I remember we all decided which house we all should be in. I forgot.
You can also take the American House quiz, the Iron Morning quiz, because there's 4 houses for that
Take
one
the
as well.
there's more houses.
Well,
Yeah.
there's different
There's different.
there's different
schools?
wizard
Countries.
schools.
Oh, really?
So that's just
Mm, mm.
Hogwarts, yeah.
So
There's an
America
American
has them.
house.
Who's like the
Yeah.
American Harry Potter? Is it like Sean Potter
You know, there's not much. There's
What?
some short stories on the site on
I
the
feel like that'd be
Wizarding
like
World
James
site,
Smith
but,
would be like the American Harry Potter.
Right.
you learn about like they mention it in the Fantastic Beasts, and that's when they came out with the test for it.
or? Okay. Cool. Do they,
Who's
okay, so they
Jasper?
play Quidditch
Jasper is,
in British school. What do they play in American school?
That's a wizarding. That's a wizard. That's all over.
Okay.
Quidditch is a wizarding.
so
sport.
you'll have like the wizarding school from the US go against the wizarding school from
yeah,
like, the
basically,
UK.
you have like
Okay.
different teams for each country.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot. This is awesome. We have a
Yeah,
$5
cool.
super chat from Lord Ruffness. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much. You're awesome. He says that this looks like Microsoft's strategy. Every time Sony announces anything, Microsoft will just squash it with news. No one is talking about PSVR. Well, I mean, we were talking about it quite a bit yesterday, but we're also talking about Xbox.
Whether planned or not,
Yeah.
it works out that way just because Xbox. Lord Ruffness, I don't doubt that there's some of that
Yeah.
chess match because Sony has done that to Xbox forever. They are
Yeah.
kings and queens at doing that.
Even Keely's
So I
doing
feel-
that.
Right, Keely's even doing that to E3, but to the ESA. But I think at the end of the day, really what it comes down to is Xbox has just got so much going on right now that they always have something to talk about no matter what. So even if they're not planning it, some news happens. Like that's just kind of the way it is right now. That's what they've been doing for the past 6 months at least. They've been dominating the news cycle. So I
Yeah.
think it's going to continue. They just have way too much going on. So.
Yeah. Speaking of
Also,
VR,
I mean,
though,
CES was going on, so it's like a big time to announce stuff.
yeah. I this happens every year though. Like right after January 1st hits, like within the first week or so, there's like a massive amount of news because people have been holding it for a while. Vic the Click with a $2 super chat says, "I'll be with Hagrid getting drunk." LOL. Hey, right on.
I think PSVR is going to be pretty cool. I think besides it getting me sick sometimes when I put on little VR goggles, I think it's the technology is really cool.
Little VR goggles.
So yeah, that's what I call it. Or I think Lady called it like the VR boobs or something like that.
Robot boobs.
Robot boobs.
What was that
Like
for the hand things? Or
the
Cameras
Quest.
on the headset.
Once you
on the
see
outside.
it, you can't unsee it. I was kind of mad about it. But
So 3-bit, if you eat the old food in your house and you play VR, which one do you blame for your sickness? Which one do you go with? I'm just curious.
I think it was a mixture of both.
both.
and they gave him a sore throat.
Yeah, a sore throat and a stuffy nose.
Playing VR gave me a stuffy nose. No, but I think VR is really cool. I think PSVR, from what I heard, it's like 4K.
Yes.
But is it 4K? That's what I'm confused
It's not
about.
per
Is it
each.
like,
It's not 4K in each eye. It's 4K between the two. Because one of them is like 2,000 pixels, I think. And
Well, the
other-
main problem with
each.
VR like sickness is the refresh rate on the display, so that's why they're increasing it to like 90 and 120 hertz.
Correct.
yeah,
so that sounds pretty good.
The
It has
specs
no
are
whales,
way.
but
The
100
specs are really impressive.
110 degree field of view.
that sounds
as
like
well.
it's better than the Quest, but
Yeah.
But it is
But
better
the Quest,
than the Quest
3 specs have not been announced yet.
Except for the Quest, you don't have to be tethered to anything, and you can play with it independently. Which
so is this? It's wired.
It's you have
One
one
wire.
wire going to the PlayStation. Which for me personally, like I get in being an enthusiast, and hey, you want your powerful piece of hardware, and you're gonna get your VR. But as far as like for me, I want to like watch like 3D movies and hang out in like the big theater with friends and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like VR games because I get sick. Right?
Me
so,
too.
I don't get excited. Like how many? I said this on PM in the PM. Like how many years have we been waiting for a Splinter Cell game? When Splinter Cell VR got announced, nobody gave a shit. Right? Nobody cared. People don't get excited for VR games that much, right? They get, oh cool, there's a VR game, I'm going to check it out, But it's not like we have this hype about, hey, this VR game's coming out, it's going to be amazing. We don't talk about these fucking games on podcasts. We don't talk about it ever. You know what I mean? Like that gaming is a part of the VR experience, I think, for a lot of people, but it's not like, except for extreme enthusiasts, which that market's extremely small. For me, the mainstream of VR is not being tethered to anything, because you can put on the headset, you can be wherever in your house, and it's independent, and you don't need to be attached to something, So until they get to that, I don't really know if it's going to be a mainstream thing. But I don't think they care either. I think they're just trying to push the tech, So I think if for VR enthusiasts, it's going to be one of the best headsets out there, So that's cool.
Yeah, I think the VR market, it's always been kind of unproven to someone like Phil, who Phil Spencer doesn't really want to get into the VR market because it's not as big. But I think the potential is what a lot of these companies are looking at to be the first to create something that's truly special, that someone will go out and buy a VR headset for. I think there's been some pretty good games with like VR technology, like like Alex, for example, like Half-Life, Boneworks. Those are like two like really good VR games that I believe pushes the technology forward. But it really comes down to trying to get the casual audience to just buy into it, and it's going to be hard, because if you think about like the Kinect, even when it was forced on people with the Xbox One, people like sort of rejected that. So I don't know. I hope that these companies, I'm glad that Sony is doing it, because that is a huge company that a lot of people are invested into their ecosystem. So I think it is a really good step that another company is getting into the VR space, because that means we'll probably get better games on their side, and
They've been in
more
it for like 4
investments.
years.
Well, we'll see. It's unproven, so it's like, it's not unproven, but per se, because they are using VR technology for like mocap and different things like that behind the scenes. But in terms of like the casual market getting into it, I hope this is a step where enough people invest into it, where more game developers start to I don't know, buy more VR stuff, because I think it's really cool. But
I think the way VR is going to go is, I think VR games are just going to be more of like a little treat you get like every now and then. Like, oh, look, we get to play this game for like a couple days, then you forget about it, and you go back to your avatar world where you can be like the Hulk and just like chat with your friend as the Hulk, and he's like some random like anime chick. It's like, that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, I think I think mainstream wise is going to be pushed a lot by teenagers and kids, right? That's going to be more social apps and fun little activities and things like that. Movies, office meet stuff, like way to communicate long distance. All these kind of things are going to be what pushes it into mainstream. But then gaming is going to be a cool thing you get to do on it as well. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. That's one reason I don't think Xbox necessarily needs it. Like, I think in the future, Microsoft will come out with a device that will have Xbox functionality on it. but I don't want to be tethered to anything. And I don't want to be required to have another piece of equipment in order for the headset to work. Because otherwise, it's always an accessory. Right?
I was going to get a VR headset, but there was 2 games I wanted to play, Medal of Honor and Star Wars, and I needed 2 different headsets to play both those. So I was like, well, that's great.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm not getting a VR headset.
If they have if PSVR2, if that's going to be north of $500, I was thinking 4, but then I was talking
It
Pong.
can't be north of 5. I don't know. It's got to be 4. I think it hits at 400.
The first one was at 400, and you saw those specs. These specs, it's much higher.
Yeah, but it's the technology is also getting better. Like, Oculus Quest 2 is $300, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have OLED screens. It's what I'm saying. There's a big difference. Like the Quest 3, there's no specs, a lot of specs on it. I think the Quest 3 Pro has OLED screens, which are like a higher tiered OLED screen. No price on that yet, but because there's Quest 3 and then the Quest 3 Pro. So it depends on what that's going to run, and if it comes in, a $300-400, and the PlayStation's VR is $400-500, and the specs are relatively close to be similar.
I mean, if it's $400-500, that'd be awesome. The specs leave me.
Yeah, but you need to have a PS5
way more than
too,
that.
So you're looking at $1,000
I think it's gonna be 800 or something
for the PSVR.
No.
I mean,
reckon.
the specs in it.
That's
I'm
what I'm
just doing it
saying.
based off the specs. Like,
But it's not an all-in-one thing, right? So you
Yeah.
still have to have the PS5, right? So you're taking out all the extra there. They're gonna have to be between 5. I think it's between 500 and 600. If they come in under that, I think they're taking a bath. So they're gonna take a loss. So
but they
PlayStation doesn't
my
do that.
reason why I mean, they could go either way. I think they'll be a little bit higher because they already took the loss on the PS5. So I'm like, I don't think they would want to take a loss on.
that's why I say between 5
another
and 6.
peripheral.
Yep.
So
I agree.
it-
I agree.
But they're like
it could be a little
they're like
higher.
investing into like exclusive games for this thing, right? So they're gonna want to
Yeah.
sell units. Like,
And that PlayStation group, they love exclusives, and they'll buy them. But
Maybe that's why they're charging $70 to make up some of that.
yeah,
I mean, you're talking
It's
about
just-
$500 for the console, or 400 if you manage to get a digital. Then you're talking about 500-600 for the headset. Now, how much
Yep.
of a market is that?
not many people, but I mean, I think it was 6 million for the first one with 140 million user base, and that percentage is not. And
Yeah, and how many
they're-
PS5s are out there by next year?
I think there's 18 million right now, I believe.
25 million, maybe to 30 million. So you're looking at maybe
Maybe.
selling about
A percent.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm just
1%.
saying, like, feasibly, like, I don't know, like, I feel like they got to move units, like, otherwise, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you wouldn't want to make something that only a couple 100,000 people are going to be able to afford to get, million, 2 million, and that's it.
But that's the crazy thing with like a lot of like any, not trying to be come off as attacking PlayStation group, but I see in a lot of groups like people are like, oh, I wish we had Game Pass for PlayStation, and they're like, if you're in part of the play, we have money, so we buy our games, and I see a lot of that narrative. So they, I think that's why they're doing this, and because they think that they will pay for
Just pay for
pony
the
up that
premium
money.
experience or whatever.
Premium experiences
Exactly.
they sell. Yep.
And that's why you're part of that, that group.
If they're
that
trying to sell a premium experience, you'd think they'd use better packaging. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I know, but that's just my thoughts on it, but
We'll see what it comes in at. I'm glad they're pushing the tech, regardless of how well it sells. That's irrelevant to me, really. Like I think that it's gonna ultimately help VR, for gaming, which I'm not trying to attack VR. I like VR. I don't really enjoy VR games. Right? Like that's where the draw is there. I get sick if it too much motion and stuff. I can't handle it. And we got my daughter the Oculus Quest 2, which is way better than the Rift that I used to have. A million times better than that. So I see the potential where this is going. But I don't want to sit down and be tethered to a PC while I'm playing a game or to a PS5, with a wire. I just don't. And if I feel like my head is constrained and I'm hitting the fucking cord and stuff like that, it's not really something I would really enjoy that much. I don't think. It'd always be in my head, oh, don't unplug your wire on accident, or this and that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a me thing, but
even Dark CMF thinks it's going to be plus north of 500. So
wow.
I just don't see them charging more for the VR headset than they do the console.
Yeah.
Well, the first one is 400. The console is 400. So, that's
The first one wasn't 400 at launch.
Yeah, it was 400.
Are
Yeah,
you
it was.
sure? I thought
Yep.
it came out higher and then they went down.
No, it was
because of-
$399 at launch.
I thought originally it was 500.
Well,
regardless,
if that's the case, then even so, then this one will definitely be 500. If that's the case, but I looked it up and it was $399 what I found. So
You're probably right then if you looked it up. I just thought it was. I thought it was more expensive than the console.
well, I mean,
It
it's a
could've-
high-end headset still. I mean, the
I could see it.
PSVR1 came out. It was
I could honestly see it being more than the PS5, but
They're losing money on the PS5, or
Yeah.
supposedly. So I mean, I doubt
Well-
they'll want to come out with something that's going to do that again.
yeah,
Well,
There's
now
more
they're-
technology
And
in
it
a
has, what,
PS5 though
OLED
than there
and
is in a
shit? I
VR
don't know.
headset. Like,
Well, they said now that they're making a profit with the PS5 with the new, with the revision that they did with lesser cooling and the heat
the
sinks.
cheaper part, the cheaper heat sinks.
Yeah. So they're making money back. Now they're making no, what if it's, I don't know if it's a couple bucks or whatever it is, but they're in the black and not the red anymore on the PS5. So
to be fair, they do charge an extra $100 for a disc drive. So
but it's 4K Blu-ray. That's in the Xbox Series X.
I don't even
That
use
I haven't used.
disc in.
I
Any of
haven't
my
used a disc in
consoles.
so long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have y'all tested your disc trays to see if they work?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
actually just
Yeah.
watching my 4K Blu-rays
Okay.
last week because I couldn't.
It's psycho.
didn't have-
Something I
didn't
found
have-
out about the 4K Blu-rays, if you have the slip covers, some of them are fucking worth a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I got
crazy.
slip covers.
I look. I
What's
was
a lot
just,
of
like,
money?
Looking at, well, not a lot. Okay, a lot compared to what you bought it for. Like, okay, so let's say one of them I have is Unforgiven, right? Which was like a
Mhm.
limited release for 25th anniversary, right? For Unforgiven, and it's 4K in the slipcover. It's out of print, right? So you look on there, and I saw them selling for like $60-$70 used.
People are selling their Blu-rays, DVDs.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So
Slip
I started
covers.
selling mine. Fuck it. Like I
Dude, I donate all mine to like Goodwill and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
4K. Especially if you got the slipcover,
Damn.
I don't mean to be flooding the market here now, guys. Don't post all your damn 4K. Sell it. I'll buy them for half the price. But no, like surprisingly, man, that some of those are worth some money, dude. At like $60-$70. I'm not kidding, for something that you bought a couple years ago for $20, $25. Anyway.
Yeah.
Slow-mo says logs into eBay. Speaking of slow-mo, $5 super chat, very generous. Thank you, sir. Says, I'm a damn Slytherin. That sorting hat is broken. LOL.
He took the quiz.
I could see slow-mo as a Slytherin. He's kind of like a to the point, just like get whatever it takes to get the shit done.
Yeah.
Gamer by choice, $5 super chat. Appreciate you as well. Said, did the PSVR did they say that PSVR will work with base PS5, or do you all think they will be doing a PS5 Pro? Oh, it's gonna definitely work with the base PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They already don't have enough consoles. The last thing they need to do is do that on top of
Yeah.
it.
If they do that, they're definitely
Yeah.
putting
They're
themselves in
shooting
a corner.
themselves in- Yeah.
And so I found out a little bit more because we had a confusion yesterday because I didn't know PSVR worked with the PC at all.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't either.
I
That's a
assumed it
thing?
didn't, but I guess it does, but only in like a limited capacity. You can use it only as like viewing goggles. It doesn't really have any like functionality with the PC.
You can
other
play
than-
games that use controllers like Xbox controllers or PlayStation controllers and mouse and keyboard. You can't play games that have to use your room as like part of the VR experience.
Mm.
right. So you can play like basic shit, right?
Yeah.
You can't play Beat Cyber.
But like, can you access Steam?
Yeah, that's how you would get your games.
So it just like you can just send it to it detects it as an accessory as like
Yeah.
a headset, but you don't have like a PlayStation.
You have to have an
storefront.
app, right, Jasper? There's like a separate app you got to download or something.
Maybe I haven't looked. Too much
Yeah,
into it,
I
but
think that's what I read. Steele had sent me the document, and I think that there's actually a separate app from a third party you got to download and you got to kind of set it up for it to accept. But there is a way to do it.
So there
And I guess
wouldn't
people
be
do it.
any
so.
reason to buy this for the PC.
no,
like
you
it-
just get like a.
Not unless they're
Valve,
making it a
that's
lot easier this time around.
Well, I'm saying
Which
okay, if you don't have a PlayStation 5 and you only have a PC, it makes more sense to get an Oculus or HTC, right? Because you get more functionality that way. So
Yeah. Unless you
um,
plan on getting a PS5 down the road.
right. So then I take
Yeah.
back when I retracted my statement yesterday, Paul.
How are you
I-
retracting the
I
retraction?
retracted the retraction because the fact that it works on the PC is irrelevant because there's other PC headsets that are way more functional on PC. So
Probably also like third-party knockoffs that are cheaper that you can get for like VR headsets
yeah,
on a PC.
like a Vivitar.
Yeah, something's weird.
Like the Vivitar like
Like
slideshow
Lenovo.
things they had at the fucking like Walmart, Target, you put it
Yeah.
on there like digital screen little VR goggle thingies.
They have like the phone ones.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was like one of the first VRs that we had was the Gear VR. You remember that Samsung Gear VR? Do they still sell
Yeah.
those? You put your
I
phone
think they
in the
retired
front.
those after like the third version.
I was always afraid my phone was gonna pop off and like fly out, but it worked. It's like it's $100 VR machine. I don't know how. My phone got really hot too. It's like crazy fucking hot. Yeah. Do y'all think Xbox needs to get into this space now, or are they fine with waiting?
I honestly believe Xbox won't get into the space until it is financially viable. And there are plenty of games for it because it's just too expensive for most people at the
Yeah.
moment.
Or I guess I should say Microsoft. Because I
Yeah.
don't know if it even necessarily needs to be labeled Xbox, but it could be a Microsoft device that has Xbox functionality on it, right? Like, because I'm thinking Microsoft VR headset, Microsoft, they would have Office functionality, would be a huge part of that, right?
That's
have,
what we need with VR headset is making a Word document.
well, they already
Ooh.
they have that shit in,
Excel.
like meetings, meetings
Yeah.
with
They
slideshows.
have that with
pointers, laser clicks, especially with the environment where everybody's working
Yeah, I
across
was
the
thinking-
world and all that shit now. Like you can be in a
They,
fake
already- they
meeting.
have
room.
that right now.
Yeah, they do. Like, with
It's what the heck is it
big
called?
screen VR has it. In
Like Microsoft has their VR thing.
A
already.
HoloLens.
yeah,
There you go.
HoloLens.
HoloLens.
But that's like
Um,
$5,000.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
not commercially. I'm talking about like a mass market thing, like the Quest 2, right? Like, the Quest 2 is the first VR headset for me that seems like it's mass market ready. Right? Like you can get into it. There's experiences for kids, for adults, for gamers, everything. They have movies and you can use it for office stuff. You can do drawing things, all this different stuff. And you don't have to be tethered to anything.
Yeah, I would
Right.
see them doing more of the software side of VR first, and then
Mhm.
like, because usually whenever Microsoft comes in later with like some kind of side like hardware product, it usually fails. Like their phones, their Microsoft Band, the Zune. Like every time they launch like a competing product, it always fails. Like
That's
for
true.
hardware.
So
Let
what
other
what
people
if
go
they
first
just
this time?
what if they just release like a Microsoft suite within Oculus Quest.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just do like software
yeah.
stuff, but
Makes sense.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Like, why does Microsoft need to have the device? Why does the Xbox need to have the device? Why does PlayStation have to have the device? Why can't they have a HTC Vive hook up to the fucking PS5? You know, like
That'd be kind of
'Cause they
cool.
want that proprietary stuff, man. They
Yeah.
want it.
they want to try to own that market. Yeah.
Yep.
that's why
It's kind of like think about the reason why like PlayStation 4 controllers don't work in the PS5, even though they clearly can. Like the technology is there for it to work, but they are like, no, it doesn't work because we want you to use the PS5 features, even though there's PS4 games in the PS5. I don't know. They just want you to buy their peripherals and do it within their own sort of ecosystem. So like when like someone buys a PS5, like, oh, I need PSVR2 in order to get this to work. So
yeah. So in that case, I maybe more on the side with Pong than because at that point they're just selling it to make a profit on the devices. I don't know.
So Sony
Yeah.
has like their whole TV division, so they probably get their screens for like a lot cheaper than most other companies would.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it, Jasper. You're always coming up with
Smart.
smart shit.
Smart shit, lore master.
So here's the thing with Xbox. Like, if you really are a VR enthusiast, like, why do you need an Xbox? What would make an Xbox VR special? Is it because you want Xbox games? Because there's already Xbox games in VR on PC, right?
Yeah. I'm
Like-
not for it. I mean, it's just, yeah, I'm not VR for me is just, it's something I'm not interested in. It's cool, you know, but most of the games that are more likely I could probably play if I wanted to pick up, I'll pick up like a Quest 2 and play it on the PC. If I want, you know, to boost the performance of the headset.
Is that how it works? Is like boost the performance if you plug it into PC?
Yeah, that's what what I understand from it is it enhances I think the graphical power because it uses the hardware from the PC,
Right.
and then it goes through the headset.
Cool. Anybody here in the market to buy a VR headset right now? Anybody even
Let's
interested?
sell one.
Nope.
My kids really want one.
I'm probably gonna buy one.
I would suggest the
Pretty-
Oculus Quest 2, lady.
That's
got-
one I was looking at, but we did the Everett needed the Switch this year for Christmas,
Right.
so I did that. I wasn't gonna buy a fucking VR headset and the Switch. Plus, the boys wanted giant bean bags instead of gaming chairs, and so
No,
I
yeah.
had like fucking drop like almost $300 on fucking bean bags.
Do you have a cat?
No,
Okay,
ew,
good.
no,
You don't
Or
like
wait-
cats?
no.
What's your cat do to your Switch or VR headset, man?
No, I was just gonna warn her because we used to have these beanbag chairs, and for some reason we tried multiple times to have beanbag chairs, but like the cat like would mistake the beanbag chair for litter box because like the way it feels on the paws, I guess. You know what I mean? So yeah, that wasn't a good situation. So I was just gonna give a forewarning. So nobody here is really in the market for a VR headset.
No, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get
Like
one.
what are you leaning towards? You want to get the PSVR and have it tied to the PlayStation, or you want to get a PC one? You got a 3090 3-bit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, use it.
I'm on it right now. The Quest 2, I'm looking towards the most, but it'd be really cool if the PSVR 2 works on the PC.
it'll probably. I'm guessing it'll work like this current one does, unless the PSVR 2 has better functionality. That would be interesting. That would make me more interested in it.
I'm guessing it will work on the PC because
They're moving away
of-
from those Move controllers, so it looks like more like actual VR controllers with the PSVR 2.
Right.
So
Yeah, but I'm guessing it will work on PC because of all the PlayStation games slowly going to the PC. I don't know. That's my guess. But I'm just leaning towards the Quest 2, buying it. I could use it for several stuff, so I might get it pretty soon.
What if Nintendo did VR?
I don't think it's a good idea.
They
for
did
them
in
to
like
do.
1999 and it
Yeah,
failed.
Virtual Boy. Remember that?
People would
Was
get
it
really
99?
sick with their games.
It was awful. My buddy
Oh,
had one.
dude,
It was
I had a
awful.
headache.
It was bad.
I had
yeah.
one.
It was.
You had
awful.
one? I
It's
remember
just
using
black
one
and red lines.
at Target. You know, they
But
had
they
the
have one
demo
already
Heavy.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
the VR. Yeah, they had the VR boy.
for what?
Virtual
Virtual
Boy.
Boy.
You don't remember the Virtual Boy?
He wasn't
No.
even born
He
yet.
wasn't born yet.
God's
You're
sakes.
right.
Yeah.
So basically, 3-bit,
Virtual
what it
Boy,
was,
so-
you put your
Uh-huh.
head in this thing. I think it like I don't. This is the way it was at at Target. They had it on a stand on a counter,
Yep.
and then you put your
Yeah.
face into
Yep.
it like this, right? And
Yep.
then you had like a controller, I think, and
Yep.
there was red lines. It was
Yep.
just
They
it
only
was
It was
displayed the
red
color
and
red.
black.
just
Yeah,
red and
yeah,
black.
that's all it was. Yep.
It is black space and then red
Yep.
like
Lines.
lines that made the shapes of the characters.
Horrible. It's like
Okay.
Atari.
It
You
looked
guys
kinda like a
totally threw
wire
me
mesh.
off when you
The
said it
games
was
looked like wire mesh.
1999. I'm like, then I did not have a Virtual Boy because it was way before 99 that I had
Was-
what I'm
was it
thinking of, and that came
95?
out in 95.
Oh.
Yeah,
So I was like,
95.
I know I
Wait, it
wasn't
came
like
out in
past 10.
'95.
It
Yeah.
came out in
Yeah.
95 and was discontinued like
Oh,
a year
I was
later.
1 year old.
It was causing like
See,
seizures.
exactly what I was saying. What, you think I was lying?
I was
Oh,
like
God.
literally 1 year old. or
Yeah.
I
one
had
or
like
two.
we had gotten one like offhand. I mean, I had a different kind of childhood, but I remember
Was
it,
that your
like,
first
was
feet
wrapped.
pics or what?
Yeah, it was wrapped in like a shoebox when we got it for
Yeah.
Christmas. Like it came in, I had it, and
Oh,
I had
nice.
it for
Starting to
about.
bury it already. Wow.
I had it for like a week before it was pawned. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think there's only
does it
20
come
something
with
games for
the
it.
controller. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
It's just a regular
whole
controller.
console, like a mini. Like,
Yeah.
what is
It's
it?
standalone.
The headset.
You didn't need
Same
anything else
headset
for it.
with the controller, but it was just, it gave you a massive headache.
Yeah, it was
Nothing.
awful.
Didn't the Switch do
Causing
that with Nintendo
seizures.
Labo too? They like made you put your Switch in like a cardboard Labo head thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Labo worked. I just know it was like cardboard based.
Yeah.
See,
I don't know
Kate
how
actually
that
brought that
Pikachu
up.
game
Like, she
works.
was like, "Why doesn't Nintendo do it?" Like, because they have been known to experiment with crazy shit like this. I mean, they had the 3DS.
Well, Nintendo used to
you know,
innovate.
Yeah,
Virtual
Nintendo
Boy.
hasn't innovated anything in forever, so we'll probably see something come from them in like 15 years after it gets big. They'll be like, "Oh,
We'll
Hey,
and they have
guys,
their
you guys
own
we
remember,
finally added
um,
virtual reality into our lineup, just like online functionality onto fucking."
It'll be the
Switch."
Virtual Boy
We now
2.
have voice chat.
Whoa.
Now store more than 100
We've
gigs
still
of
got like
storage on
5
your
years
Switch.
there, 3-bit. You calm down.
Oh,
You calm
okay.
down.
Sorry. But okay, what about Hey? You guys remember Hey You Pikachu?
Hey, you Pikachu.
I think that's what it was called. It
yeah,
had like
it
the
came out
microphone.
2 years ago.
No, not that.
Oh,
There
you're
was
not
a-
talking about the newer one.
No, there's a new one.
Yeah, hey Pikachu and Hey
There's-
Eevee.
There's
or
Hey
something like
You
that.
2.
Now I'm like questioning whether that's what it was called. It was like a N64 game, and you needed like a microphone connected to the N64.
Yeah,
Oh, the
that
fish
was
game?
the old one. What is the new one called?
Oh shoot, I don't even know.
I'm gonna look it up. You keep
Was it
talking.
Echo the Dolphin? Is that what it was?
No, it was this dang. You can like order Pikachu around with like a microphone, and it gave you like certain commands. It was pretty, not too bad for its time.
No, I was thinking Let's Go Pikachu. That's the
What
Yeah,
did I say?
Let's Go
Hey, you
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
no. Let's Go's the new one. Hey You Pikachu is the original one. You were correct.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So it was like AR or like.
No, it was like a microphone that you had to buy.
Okay.
And I didn't know for years because I had the N64 cartridge, and then I was just stuck in the main menu because you literally can't move if you don't have the microphone. You can't do anything. So for years I didn't have it,
Right.
but eventually I did get it.
Wow,
and
can
all
you
that,
imagine being a kid buying your one game and then not being able to play it for a whole year?
That was one of my Christmas gifts. I think I had it for Christmas and I couldn't play it. Sadness. You guys remember those red and blue glasses?
The old
For-
3D
there's
glasses?
certain games that
3D
have-
glasses. Yeah.
I mean
3D glasses, yeah.
but like, yeah, the red and blue ones. Now it's like just dark. It
The
makes the
3-bit
screen freaking dark.
He's used to the ones
Yes.
that have the on button, like it.
Right.
So for years, 3-bit, like for decades, going back to like the 50s, I think. 3D glasses were always red and blue.
That made like my eyesight. Like when I went like this
Make
with my
you
eye,
cough?
I would see red.
Yeah, I
in
thought
this
you were gonna have
eye.
a sore throat.
No.
Oh, okay.
I had red in this eye for years. It made me sick. I eventually started getting I started seeing
That
red
shit
in
gave me
this
pink
eye
eye.
and blue in this eye for years because of Spy Kids 3D.
No,
True story.
not a true story.
Wait,
It's
you
true
saw
story.
blue and red out of each eye?
That
for
did not
years?
happen.
It was like a slight tint for years. I had it.
For
And
years,
that did
I was
not
just like,
happen.
close-
That did not happen. 3-bit.
No, it's true. And my sisters had the same thing. Like, because we would watch that movie way too many times, and we would have it on our TV, whatever. And I had
I gotta
the
go.
glasses. And for years, I would see a slight tint of red in this eye and blue in this eye.
Did you not need the glasses anymore when you watch 3D movies? You could just watch
Pretty
it with the regular eyes. It was like a superpower at that point. Is that what happened?
3-bit's mutating, you guys.
3-bit,
3-bit is
that's where
mutating.
3-bit came from. It's 3D bit, actually. He discovered the D.
Oh my god.
I would be bald.
Guys.
Past me, guys.
You're
done.
super. Instead of gotten bit by a spider, you watch Spy Kids too many times. That's like
right. That's how you got your superpower. Oh, good God.
I'd be bald past you.
Why
Oh.
didn't you watch the 3D one? The first two were the
No.
better ones.
there were good. Any Spy Kids? Were they? Were any of the Spy
Yes.
Kids?
Spy
movies
Kids were good. Yes.
Okay, I haven't
yes.
seen any
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. Me and the
Yeah,
kiddo
I
used to
had-
watch him when he was young. Yeah. They're
Oh
good.
yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
seen my fair share of Spy
They're
Kids.
great.
Is that the
Sounds
same-
like a
what-
story.
The thumb people were Spy Kids, weren't they?
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
Yeah.
I think I'm
No.
getting it mixed up with Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, same like.
Yep. Which was
Same
also good
director.
though. Which was also very good.
Is
Yeah,
it
the
like
whole
the same?
dream-
Is it the
dream,
same?
dream,
Is it like
dream.
the same story? Like
think
the
it's
same
the-
people?
it's
or
the
is it-
same
They're like
director.
both
Same people
spy.
did it,
Like
yeah.
it's I don't know.
Like Sharkboy and Lava Girl, I had a huge crush on Lava Girl.
Oh my god.
They
you had a huge crush on a lot of.
No, Lava Girl
people.
was like it though. Okay, she was
Yeah.
it.
Anything on
Um,
Nickelodeon, he's like, yes, that's the one.
Oh yeah.
who was the other one you had a huge crush on? It was
Don't open
from,
my door, Mom. I'm watching Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
in 3D.
He
In
died.
3D.
Yeah.
Oh,
In 3D.
Yeah.
I wonder why you
Three-
had
Who this
fucking-
week?
Yeah.
3-bit discovered the first VR porn, and he was watching fucking Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So 3-bit.
Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead. Yeah,
What was the other? iCarly. You were obsessed with Miranda
Hi,
Cosgrove.
Carly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm trying to
like,
think
no,
of
I
all
wasn't.
of the
It
times
was
3-bit
because-
has that I had a crush on her. So
But it was School of Rock. I love that movie, and I was like, oh, it was around that.
I gotta say, she's not what makes School of
I'm
Rock.
just
That was
letting
Jack Black.
everybody that could be watching this
Jack
after the
Black,
fact or
yeah.
doesn't understand 3-bit was
3-bit.
a child at this time as well.
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah.
we
he
should
was
note
not an
that.
adult.
3-bit loves Jack.
at the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
3-bit is that young. What's
Yes.
weird is 3-bit's like love interests are all the same as my kids' love interests.
Yeah.
when He was that age.
Wow, Listen.
that's odd.
you guys don't understand. All right,
Oh, we
I'm
do
old enough to
though,
be 3 kids.
3-bit.
Fucking
I
dad.
don't understand.
But we know you like
but
2 or
we
3
know.
women at once too.
We have Anna, or what was the other one? Annabelle from Percy Jackson. You had a book crush on her.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
What
Yeah.
about Nina Dobrev or Dobre, whatever?
He can't talk about her.
No.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know who that is.
He all of a sudden got
no.
really silent.
I don't
and
think I
awkward.
had a crush on her. I don't think so.
When you were in the elevator, like, were you thinking
No,
about
it was,
anything?
it was it wasn't an elevator. It was a trailer. Okay, a lot of people who watch it probably
whoa.
don't know the context of what we're talking about. I was
I
on
know.
Hey,
an
everybody, hold on.
episode-
Let's prepare for another 3-bit story time. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was on an episode of Vampire Diaries, and I was an extra vampire, and Nina Dobrev who is the main vampire
even know
girl
this.
on this show. She was in the trailer in the back. So after we filmed a couple of scenes of us walking really cool, and then this witch dies in the center of the town, we took a break and we all went into a break room. All the other extras went in this one room and they were huddled around this small heater, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather be really cold. So that's what I did. I went in the back, and there was a bunch of trailers, and I was obviously not supposed to be back there.
Hey,
but
can I interrupt the story real quick for a bit?
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's actually a decision you make that actually could make you sick. Okay, moving on.
Very sick.
Yeah, so I go back there, and in the coming out of the trailer is Nina Dobrev. She's the vampire girl in the show. And as she's walking down, I'm the only one back there. I'm like, oh, hey, you're Nina Dobrev from Vampire Diaries. Like, I said it exactly like that.
Oh,
As you're
As
on
if-
the set
as I'm
of-
on the set.
Oh no.
As I'm on the set of Vampire
she's like, drug
Diaries.
test this man. Drug test him.
Traffic stop.
Immediately.
Because Vampire Diaries is like
Uh,
10 years ago, isn't it? It's an older show.
I was.
You
I
could
think
just
I
blame it
was
on your
there
3D
when I was
eyesight. You could just
18.
say it causes problems.
I think I was on the show when I was like 18 or something. Anyways, yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, that's me." And then we had this awkward moment, and I just walked away.
Oh,
I bet you did. Quickly.
So
Oh.
Okay,
All the same.
bye.
it's like,
I bet he did finger guns.
So,
Check you
I
later.
didn't know what to do.
Oh my god.
did you
Catch
do
you
your cool
later.
vampire walk as you're walking away? And was she standing there just like, what the hell just happened? Or
What the fuck?
I just had a weird moment.
She was like, security.
yeah.
So she's
I
probably
was not
can,
supposed to
can
be
we
back
bring
there.
him back? He's gonna be my new trailer boy.
trailer boy.
Oh yeah, that
good
was
God.
a thing.
You can't
That
have
was
a
when I
dream
met
as
my
a
first
servant,
crush.
Psycho.
What?
Oh, what?
Oh,
Trailer
yeah,
boy. I think that you were on two different
Yeah,
Yeah.
wavelengths.
No,
here.
Yeah.
I think she's talking about the cabin in the woods.
I was.
Oh yeah, lady hasn't been here for that. We'll talk in the green room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been worried about Psychonauts' safety
He's
a
got
little
a
bit here and
lovely
there.
video to show you, lady.
No, I'm not going to show the video, but yeah, it's been interesting.
Very interesting. He's been so busy, he hasn't even been gaming.
Oh.
He's been playing something though.
Mm,
So
Playing with something.
on the
playing it a
spot.
lot.
Just getting kinky in here, guys.
jeez, yeah, it's
No,
getting
it's getting
awkward
late.
now.
It
It's-
went
it
left.
is.
It went left.
Yeah.
It's always
Um,
Psycho's fault it goes left.
Hey,
That's just
Used
how it
to be my
naturally
fault.
hangs for that man. So hey, everybody, I don't think we got anything else to talk about unless there was something glaring that I missed, but I don't think we did. This was an awesome start to 2022. I want to thank the chat for being absolutely incredible. Again, as always, you guys rock. Thank you for being here. The chat's flying. Awesome support, and man, just a blast having everybody back here for the start of Xbox Ultimate in 2022. Hopefully you guys like the new look right now and the intro and all that kind of stuff. And leave comments in the comments below. Let me know what you think about everything. And if you disagree with me about VR or whatever, let me know that also. But I want to say to my lovely wife, Caitlin, where can everybody find you, baby?
You can find me on Twitter at KhAoS0615. And you can find me here every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, chat.
Right on. And the extraordinary AssassinLupa.
Oh, you can find me AssassinLupa everywhere. And here on a Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK time.
Right on.
Have a great one. Chat, you're all awesome. It's great to have the family back together. Thank you very much. And I'll catch you all gaming.
And then Lady AF, who is part of, I already forgot what house she's a part of, but she's the Harry Potter lore
Ravenclaw.
master.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Where can everybody find you besides House Ravenclaw, lady?
You can find me on Twitter at lady_AF. That's LAIDY_AF. Here, some Fridays these days. They're usually hit and miss. Wednesdays on Gaming Beyond the Box, also hit and miss. Yeah, that's about it. Or you can find me online gaming, but I probably won't join you. So don't bother. Sorry. Keep to my bubble.
That's fair enough. Get that out there before you get the random invites.
Well, I mean, I do. And there's like, why haven't you played with me yet? And I'm like, dude, I've had friends for like 6 years on here that I talk to like every day, and I still haven't played with them. So
yeah,
don't take it personal.
Some people can take that stuff personally.
A lot of the times they do. I've gotten like blocks from it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to respond to me on Xbox. I'm blocking you on Twitter. Like, ooh, sorry.
It can be awkward. Pong Soul, the encyclopedia of gaming dating back to the very first game ever created. Where can everybody find you, sir?
Yes. First of all, fam, hey, it was fantastic to have you all here again, even with 3-bits made up superpower stories. I missed it.
Yeah.
So I love having you all back again. This was a great way to start off 2022. So thank you all for being here and love you guys. Chat, absolutely amazing as always. Each and every week you're out here with us. So thank you for being here. But you guys can find me Pong Soul, Xbox, Twitter. You guys know that drill. Tomorrow morning, living split screen, myself, my brother from another, Steel Rain, and I, 3 hours plus. We've got pent up discussions over 2 weeks to get to tomorrow. So who knows how long we're going to go for. So be there tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time, living split screen. Split screen is all one word. Tomorrow night, the Shop podcast over on PTK Blam's channel is back with Fuzzy and Centurion and myself. And we've got awesome guest floor hugger from Level 1 Gaming tomorrow night. She is incredible. So please drop in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. Again, that's PTK Blam's channel, the Shop podcast. We have a great time. End your Saturday night in a fantastic way. So come check us out there. Back at it Tuesday, Xbox Factor podcast, Double Barrel Gaming, Mr. Boomstick, of course, with the whole entire crew. We've got Mav, we've got Archimedes, maybe 3-bit will start showing up there too as well, and grace us with superpower stories, maybe, who knows. And now I think this next Tuesday will be Mr. Joanna Dark is joining us over on Xbox Factor podcast as well. That will be his first show. So please drop over there, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock Central Time, all Xbox. Who knows what news we're going to get next week. And then Thursday, PM in the PM, Pong and Mav in the PM. If you missed our show last night, please go check it out. We had an awesome 2-hour conversation about all the stuff going on. So you can get our deep dives on all of those topics. PM in the PM, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time every Thursday. Otherwise, I'll see you next Friday. It's the golden age of gaming, people. Enjoy all of this stuff going on. Play what you love what you play, and I'm going to talk to you all real soon.
Yeah, man. And the mellow fellow from outer space, Psychonauts. Where can everybody find you besides Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah, well, you won't be finding me there because I'm not going to put that on stream, but you can find me everywhere on social media under Psychonauts 8. You can find me on YouTube channel, Gamer Chat Podcast, Gamer Chat's one word, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock with Fun Pop, and here every Friday. And thanks, chat, for coming out. And it's awesome to see. We assembled the entire crew here tonight. It was awesome. Loved it. It's fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I like when we're all together because I don't have to like go to individual people and get them to say things. It's like we just bounce off each other. You know, it's more fun this
Saying
way.
I talk too much?
No,
Nintendo.
You speak.
I know. I
perfectly.
come back to the
Nintendo
show and
sucks.
somehow we end up on a Nintendo topic. I was going to say it, but I was like, fuck.
Nintendo talk is welcome. You know, all that stuff's welcome. It's just good to have everybody here and have fun. You know, it's what it's all about. You know, like I just like having fun with the fam, hanging out, talking games. 3-bit. It's good to have you back, brother. Where can everybody find you except for hanging out with vampires and Nina Dobrev and her trailer?
Everyone
They
can
watching
find
Spy
me,
Kids 3 this week.
Oh, I will definitely watch that. You guys could find me finger gunning on Twitter.
What?
Oh,
at,
wow. That was close. That was close. I thought I was going somewhere else.
I thought you were gonna say,
All right.
Is
Wow.
finger gunning the same thing as finger blasting? Pew, 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 pew.
Like finger banging, or what were we doing?
Oh.
Bang bang.
It's getting crazy.
On a finger bang.
at i3bit. And I'm usually on this show when I can, and you can see my stuff on there. So bye everyone. Love you all.
Hey, 3-bit, did you ever have a chance to finish that big make fun of me thing you were gonna do?
It's
A year
delayed.
ago, almost.
Delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you watched Cowboy Bebop yet? All this time off that you've had?
Oh wow. I think
Oh.
someone's calling me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Gotta go. Go.
Nah, I haven't watched it yet.
They
And-
canceled
Yeah,
that.
not yet.
They can't. Yeah, they did already. Jasper, the realist, who is the lore master, chimes in with the facts and keeping
What
us
does that
down to earth.
mean? What
The
is
realist?
lore
Some
ma-
stupid job that Bong found today.
You're very
Uh,
well equipped to be a lore master, though, so you should apply.
What?
Jasper.
Yeah.
Lore Master?
How do
No,
you
I don't like
know?
writing. It's pretty much just a
Whore
writing job.
master. He's going to be a whore master now.
Wow.
Oh,
And he's
Jasper
very well
Gaming.
equipped.
That's
I
gonna be-
picture a lore master like has like a wand, like a staff.
Yeah.
Like you
I was
have to have a
picturing
staff.
like a guy
to-
in a
You
library.
shall not pass.
You have
He has to
have
be
a staff
carrying
if
the
you wanna
biggest
apply
book
for this
ever in
position.
one hand.
I just see like some dude like playing D&D and behind like the boards like
Yeah.
I'm the dungeon master.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah, you-
picture, like the dungeon master, but the lore.
You know those
master.
ladders that slide across in the libraries? That's what I picture. Like they're just sliding across. That
Some like
library.
old. I just picture like old man with like a wizard hat and the staff,
so-
and it's like I can tell you about
So it's
my
just like
day.
a room in the office that just says lore master on the door, and you go in there and it's just like full of books and bookshelves everywhere, and like with those ladders that you slide, like you said, 3-bit.
Yeah.
And then you see
Yeah.
Jasper at the top of one over there in the corner, and he's got these dumbass glasses on. They're like
Big
round.
glasses.
And, yeah.
Hey,
Magnifying
Caitlin,
glass.
t-shirt idea, lore master. Got to
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, hey. yeah.
And then you say, "I'm looking for this book."
About
and then he,
elves?
like-
Well, let me tell you about elves.
Then he slides like 50 feet over to a different shelf and like knows exactly where it is without having to look at it.
It reminds me of the Page Master.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember that the Page
Yep,
Master? That
absolutely.
Oh, that book
was great.
or that
Cartoon.
movie
Great
with
show.
Macaulay. Was that Macaulay?
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Forgot
Great
that,
one.
that movie.
Anyway, you can check me out at Jasper_Gaming. And Jasper Gaming on YouTube.
Love it.
Anyway,
That was great, guys.
go
All
ahead,
right.
Jasper.
Oh, good.
All right, and
Oh,
we had a
yeah.
$2 super chat before we get out of here from Vic the Click. Very generous. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. He says, amazing episode, guys, and very smooth 3-bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Super
And
smooth
Maz,
3-bit.
where can everybody find you, kind sir?
Oh, we're here right now on YouTube, Fun Speculation. Also on Twitter at Fun Speculation. You can find all the updates for all of our shows. You can see now on the overlay, we got Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and more is where you can find this in audio form if you guys wish to listen that way as well. And also all of our shows, PM in the PM, as Pong said. We have FSP tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Gaming Key and Fuzzy Belvedere. We're going to talk about PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, all those things with some of the news that's been hitting. As well as we have Fun Pop will be back next week when we have something to actually talk about. So we'll have fun with that on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern with Psychonauts and Jasper. And
You can talk about the new ugly X-Men costumes.
Oh my god,
I
I saw
haven't
that.
seen that yet.
Oh, I posted it in the
Dude.
Fun Pop DMs for you guys.
Okay.
Dude.
Sometimes 3-bit shows up too as well. So if he makes his way over there. But yeah, this was a blast, guys. Thank you everybody for
Yes.
being here on the panel and also the chat. You guys freaking rock. And
Hey, babe.
yeah. Oh yes.
Remember,
Yes. Thank you. I
Boycott
wanted
Taco
to make
Pass.
sure we also send our thoughts
Yeah.
as well. Again,
Yes.
to Spooky Sprocket.
Exactly.
Very good friend of the show. Of most everybody
Oh,
here, I
Spooky.
think, knows him pretty well. This was actually the first show that he ever was on,
Correct.
and he's a super good dude. Played several games with him. Right now he's not doing so good. We don't know what the situation is.
Tri-
No updates.
Trinity just posted an update
Yeah.
today. Basically it's the same. He's still in coma. His heart rate has improved a
up a
little bit, but they're giving him another 7 days to come out of this before they got to make a tough decision.
Right.
They said
So
the swelling went down a little bit, but
a little bit,
Yeah.
but not enough. He's not responding. His brain waves still aren't there. So please, yes, the prayers continue.
I didn't
Continue.
even know any
And
of this
she
was
said
going
that
on.
those
Yeah.
the doctors are giving him 7 days.
Yep.
And
that's
then
what
they're
it is.
going to do the ultimate.
They got to make a decision.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is like a very good guy, very
He's
positive
a
guy.
single father.
Yep.
Yeah,
got
single
kids.
father, good father.
And very supportive of everybody in the community,
Great
So
guy.
yeah, to make sure you send as many good vibes or prayers or whatever it is you got, to send that way towards his family and him, and giving your thoughts, because it's not a good situation, but we're having the best hopes still right now, So that's where my mind's at right now. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up, babe, because I almost forgot to bring that up.
Mhm.
So everybody, again, I hate to end that on a sad note, but it is what it is right now. We gotta think about him too. So Spooky, hope you get better, man, and I hope to see everybody here next week also on the show. I appreciate you all. We will see you again. Take care.
Safe, everybody.
Bye,
Actual
guys.
gaming,
Bye.
guys.